The first season of the H3 podcast marked a huge shift, not just for Ethan and Hila, but for the entire H3 community. Many of the fans of the show today have not been watching since the beginning of the podcast. So ask yourself, have you seen the first 100 episodes of the H3 podcast? If the answer is yes, then take a trip down memory lane with me. If your answer is no, then I've got the perfect video for you. Look, I get it. Most people don't have time to watch hundreds of hours of an 8-year-old podcast, but luckily, I do. So take my hand and let me be your lore guide as I walk you through the first season of the H3 podcast. The earliest episodes of the H3 podcast are quite a different viewing experience than the show we know today. The first 6 episodes were pre-recorded and edited down to be less than an hour long. The show relied heavily on their guest features and revolved around Ethan and Hila interviewing their guest. The YouTube adpocalypse had just taken place, so YouTube was a frequent topic of conversation in the early days. The podcast studio had more of a morning news type feel, with Ethan and Hila sitting behind the desk while their guest sat on the iconic purple couch. In episode 1, Rick and Morty co-creator Justin Roiland would be the first guest to bless the couch. This episode clocked in at just short of an hour at 59 minutes and 50 seconds. Justin would also be featured in an H3 Productions video around the same time. This episode consisted of 2 halves, partitioned by an ad break. During the first half, Ethan and Hila interview Justin.
You're working on season 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
And
closing it up, buttoning it up.
Yeah, when is that happening, by the way? Any peek?
Can't say.
Sneak peek?
Mm-hmm.
Sneaky peeky?
Next 3 months? I can't say
Next
for
4
2
months?
reasons.
Next 5 months? Next 6 months?
During the second half, Ethan and Justin would prank call both a fat removal company and a gold shop.
Yeah, my name is Jeff.
And your last name, Jeff?
Dunham.
What is it?
Dunham.
And your phone number?
555
Mm-hmm.
420
Mm-hmm.
Blaze it.
What?
Blaze
Excuse
it.
me? Blaze it?
In the background of this episode, Ethan's brother, Sean, can be heard, seemingly working as a producer. This essentially makes him the show's first Dan.
Sean, can we get a picture of the Olsen twins up here?
Pull it up.
Absolutely.
Oh, there they are. Looking good.
Sean, get the fucking Olsen twins up quick.
While not the first soundbite they ever used, the earliest origin for a soundbite took place in this episode, when Ethan recalled a song that Justin had showed him.
But that was the song of the night. Yeah.
And so it starts as very gangster, where he's like, "Have you ever pulled a trigger?"
Nope.
Yup. No, that one's a yup.
Yeah, that's a yup.
Hila, you need to get hard. You need to harden up if you think that's a nope.
Yeah.
Scared of the dark? Nope.
Yeah, that's my favorite. He
Yeah.
goes,
Well, as
I'm
the
like,
song progresses,
Right.
he starts to run out of like. He's
Good.
like, oh shit. The best one is Star Wars. Nope.
Nope.
Yoda. Yep.
Yeah, that one confused me. I'm like, why is Yoda getting all the love?
Yeah.
This soundbite and will still occasionally be played during the present day by Zach or mimicked by various crew members. At one point during this podcast, Ethan would explain his hope for the future of the podcast.
One of the things I want to attempt to do is, bridge the gap a little bit between new and traditional media.
Yeah.
Which is why I love that you're our first guest here. It was so special to me, and thank you so much.
You're welcome.
From a real place, I really thank
Fuck you.
I really, from a real place, just I would touch my dick to your dick.
Oh, I
anytime.
don't know if I'd want to go that
And
far.
we can eat Jello and have a tub of Vaseline. It's gonna
All
be
right,
really
okay.
romantic.
You
Did I
talked me
sell you?
into it. You got me with the Jello.
In episode number 2, they would interview friend and fellow YouTuber Pewdiepie. This was actually the first episode recorded chronologically. This episode is the only episode of the H3 podcast that was not filmed inside the studio. The studio had not yet been finished, but Ethan and Hila wanted to film an episode with Felix before he left town. This episode featured just Ethan and Felix, with Hila behind the camera.
Oh my God, you're just fondling a dude's balls for 6 hours.
The thing was like
They would cover topics such as being YouTubers, Disneyland, and fan tattoos.
You are a tattoo guy. You have a lot of tattoos.
Yeah, and people get my tattoos.
Oh, interesting.
And that's just so cringy to me.
It's very personal.
Yeah.
They would finish the episode by crafting and sending a tweet on each other's Twitter accounts.
Oh my God, that's real. I wish I would be more secure and delete less of my tweets. Please retweet to raise my self-esteem. It's really dumb, but I think it's like just...
Baby made a duty.
Like, what are people gonna think, right? Pretty strange.
I like when we're both trying to get like some kind of psychological fucking thing.
This is definitely one of the least H3 podcasty feeling episodes in existence. In episode 3, Vsauce Michael Stevens would be featured as a guest. This would be another short episode at 32 minutes and 58 seconds. The topics covered in this episode are particle entanglement, space travel, and Trader Joe's. To which Ethan would say,
You know what, Trader Joe's? Come at me, dog. Fuck your water and fuck your brand, okay? They make so many shitty products at Trader Joe's. Like, pretty much, I like Trader Joe's, but they make a lot of garbage there. And let's be frank about that. I think we've all been wanting to get that off our chest for a while now.
They would finish the episode with a hot wings experiment, trying to find the best option to reduce their spice level afterward, which would produce this lovely story.
So anyway, I'm cooking the peppers, and I come home.
Add that to Michael's Wikipedia.
Yeah, has never masturbated. Has reportedly never masturbated. So anyway, I'm at home, like a full 5 hours. I've definitely washed my hands like 3, 4, 5 times by then. I'm OCD. I wash like crazy. And, a man gets a little tight, does things. And I fucking, within like 30 seconds, my penis starts lighting up, dude. It gets fucking hot. I'm crying.
Oh my God.
Like, and this was, and I was, basically it ended up, I was just lying in my bed and I had a little fan next to my bed. And I'm laid out on my bed just suffering with a little toy fan just pointed at my genitals.
This episode would also feature the first appearance of Ethan's brother Sean on the podcast. In episode number 4, Ethan's good friend and collaborator iDubbbz would be featured as a guest. They would talk about both VidCon and Content Cop. One now deleted conversation in this episode would come back to haunt Ethan later down the line. When talking to iDubbbz about his catchphrase consisting of the N slur and the F slur, Ethan decided to use the catchphrase quite frequently. These clips of Ethan using the N-word will still occasionally be circulated in an effort to discredit him. Man, I sure hope iDubbbz and Ethan stay friends for a long, long time. In episode number 5, Keemstar, Ethan's nemesis, would be featured in the first bridge building moment of the podcast. This is the shortest episode in H3 podcast history at just 24 minutes. Ethan would refer to Keemstar to his face as the most hated man on YouTube, as well as a gnome.
Fine, he'll be fine. Let's see it. Let's put it to the test.
He does look like a Keebler elf, though.
Fucking Keebler elf. Fucking ironic for you to call someone a fucking elf, you gnome.
Ethan would also question Keemstar about his net worth and his childhood.
I've been I'm set, so I don't.
You say you're set.
Yeah.
How much money you got?
I'm not gonna say how much.
Just give
money
me a
I got.
ballpark. Like over $1 million in the bank?
I'm set. Well, I was smart. Yeah, I was
You
smart.
have over $2 million in the bank? Just blink twice. Blink twice if yes. I'm really curious. Just give me a ballpark.
This episode would release to a negative fan reaction as a result of Ethan seemingly teaming up with his enemy. In response to this, Ethan and Hila would pin a comment on the video, stating that they don't actually like Keemstar. This pinned comment would lead to a nearly 8-year-long enemy story arc with the H3 podcast and Keemstar that only just recently has started showing signs of a potential second bridge being built. In episode number 6, Philly D would enter the studio for an interview. Together, Ethan, Hila, and Phil discuss family, childhood, as well as when Philly D started a GoFundMe to help raise money for Ethan and Hila's lawsuit against Matt Haas.
I mean, there's a good chance we would just be completely broke if it wasn't for him pulling everyone together. And I have to say that I have a soft place in my heart for you always.
I only
love
did it
this
so
guy.
you would never make a video about me. That's really it. I was just like, don't do it. That's why I'm hoping iDubbbz has some trouble soon so I can help him so he never does a content cop on me.
Keemstar would later go on to accuse them of stealing this money. In episode number 7, Post Malone was in the studio along with Joji, aka Filthy Frank. This was the first live episode of the podcast on Twitch, as well as twice as long as the previous episodes. While the episodes were live, they were still quite a bit different than the show we know today. The live chat wasn't as much of a part of the show as it is in current days, and Ethan was less seasoned in reading ads, leading to some very long ad breaks. Most episodes from this point on would stay at least around the 2-hour mark. Post Malone was celebrating getting his second hit, Congratulations, before Dan arrived on the scene. When they wanted to watch a video, instead of having a separate input, they would just zoom in on the television screen. In the early days of the show, especially with certain guests, Ethan would occasionally drink while recording the show, leading to moments like this.
Our primal urges as men, like you go back 1,000 years, we were just raping people. That's how you fucked back then. Right. Like legitimately, like if you look at monkeys, they just rape. Or apes or whatever, right? Our Neanderthal cousins were probably just raping like crazy. So there's definitely something like in us to like conquer. Men want to like
Right.
So it's, women are in a nature setting, like, to be conquered.
What happened?
I mean, am I right?
That's right. In a nature documentary setting, if you go back at that, or not 1,000 years, more like 10,000 years.
That's silence.
But yeah, that didn't land.
Towards the end of the show, the four of them would discuss ghost stories, a topic in which Ethan and Ela would go on to ask every guest for the next 70 episodes to close out the show. In episode number 8, YouTubers Ian Hecox from Smosh and Markiplier would be the guest. During this podcast, Ethan would tell the story of meeting Logan Paul for the first time.
And there's a super bright red Mustang. It's like a collectible that he's got inside of his house. And next to this super bright red Mustang is standing Logan Paul. And without thinking, because I thought it would be cool, like I just thought it would be like happy-go-lucky, I approach him and I says, "Hey, Logan, what color is that car?"
So this was after the glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
After
is
the
well
video.
after. This was well after.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I guess I didn't think that it would be offensive. And so he wouldn't shake my hand, and then he's like, I fantasized what I would say if I ever saw you.
Yeah.
If I ever ran into you. And I was like, wow, what was it? What would you say to me? Because here I am, right? And he, what was it? Something about pubes on my face?
Like you would start vlogging and then put you on a spot where like, here's the guy who made fun of my disability. Something like that.
And then something about I have pubes on my face.
Yeah.
Which is good. That's a good one.
All right.
Ethan would go on to tell this story many times over the course of the show. The show is still on good terms with Ian from Smosh, but a few years later, a tweet from Ethan would cause Mark to mute him on Twitter. Most recently, Ethan jokingly started beef with Markiplier by accusing him of faking his deep voice. In episode number 9, Joey Salads would be the guest, along with Ethan's longtime friend Sean Stinks. Joey's fake social experiment videos had been featured multiple times on the H3 Productions channel at this point.
Let me just say this now, because I know we're going to talk to fake territory. Not everything I do is fake.
99.9%.
A majority of them, I would say.
90.
But,
Vast majority.
I don't know if there's any videos left in that after that.
There's still a 0.1%.
In the first half, they would talk about Facebook monetization and Soflo Antonio. Joey would secure the first mention in H3 podcast history of Steven Crowder.
But I was watching Steven Crowder. I don't know if you heard of him.
Tim Pool.
Tim Pool, he's a journalist who went there, and he basically uncovered pretty much the same exact thing I did.
But he's a conservative guy.
He's not even a conservative guy.
Alex Jones.
You ever see the Alex Jones?
You know.
Yeah.
You ever see Alex Jones on Joe Rogan?
And FouseyTube.
Adam Saleh. I hate to point the finger, and FouseyTube. They've done stuff that you can even consider as equally as bad, but because they're not white,
Here we go.
they get kind of a pass.
Is that like
Bring it back.
How
the
did
soft
they get
bigotry
a
of
pass?
low
Yeah.
expectations?
All of these characters would be brought up many times in the future of the podcast. This episode also had the H3 podcast's first historical moment that took place behind the scenes that would change the course of the show forever. Dan Swerdlove, the current executive producer of the H3 show, was hired on as a producer, and this was the first episode that he worked on. In episode number 10, they would try a new format featuring just Ethan and Ela, which they called the Top of the Month. The concept for Top of the Month was to allow Ethan and Ela to do a show once a month where they would cover news stories without needing a guest present. This OG merch shirt would debut on this episode. To start the episode, the pair would react to Jake Paul doing a live show debuting his song, It's Everyday Bro.
I really like that beginning. I'm from Ohio, boy.
Ohio,
white boy.
white boy. So he's lip syncing. Pewdiepie is there. Oh. Who the flipping you?
This song would be the origin for multiple soundbites down the line, such as and Post Malone would end up joining them an hour into the episode, which means the final 2/3 of this episode would be under the influence of Bud Light and cigarettes. Upon returning from the break, Ethan would realize that Post Malone was on the phone with Justin Bieber.
You're an icon. You're amazing. You make people happy.
Thanks.
Best smile in the game.
Wait, is that Justin Bieber? Oh, what up, dog? You probably don't know who I am, but that's crazy.
I think you have the best smile in the game, and I think that you are the best singer in the world. I think that you have a beautiful abs.
Oh yeah,
I think
he's got a situation.
I think you have the greatest smile. I think you have a beautiful soul, and I think that a lot of people look up to you, and you make the world a better place.
That was really beautiful.
Can I give you one more?
Sure.
Is this what your conversations are like?
Yeah.
I love it. You guys.
This is the beginning of your success. This is the beginning of your not only success in your artistic world, but you have so much to gain in just your private life, your relationships, and I see you as being you just.
Are we live?
Like I always say, bro, you
Is that okay?
are such a kind person, and you feel good.
It's a nice moment.
And I love you.
I love you more, baby. I'm gonna call you after this podcast.
Okay, buddy.
All right, Papa. Be safe, okay?
Give the world your joy.
Get some sleep.
Okay.
Okay, I love you.
Holy shit!
You're the sweetest guy in the world.
I thought that was one of your bros from back. I didn't realize that was fucking Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I mean.
I was like, who the fuck is this guy on the phone?
This would be Justin Bieber's first and last appearance on the podcast. This episode would also feature the first of many mentions of Elon Musk over the life of the show.
There's been so many times that, right, I'm getting on a plane to England and I'm never going to see you again. Really? No?
There's been so many times I've said I'm getting on a plane to England and I'm never seeing you again. Really?
That's crazy.
That's pretty sad.
That's super sad.
They would end this episode by trying to find out if their chat had any moderators. In episode number 11, Ethan's parents, Gary and Donna Klein, would be featured as guests. They would discuss things such as medical issues, constipation, and one of the more notable subjects, the fact that Ethan's biological grandfather was a famous movie director and producer, Leonard Katzman, and how he was not involved in the client's life.
And you can't really relate to this till you're a parent and you realize what it's like to give up a child. But his last memory of me was, me as a 4-year-old child, standing in the driveway as he's driving off for the last time saying, Daddy, Daddy, where are you going?
That's heartbreaking.
Which, exactly, has to really tear you apart.
Right.
But at the same time, he didn't,
Well, at the request of the father who adopted me, everyone thought it would be better if I just grew up with one father rather than
That's
being
what they did in those
conflicted and
days.
having two fathers.
That's fascinating. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, people used to do that in
How do
those
you
days.
feel about them making that decision for you now, in retrospect?
It's tough, especially knowing how rich and famous my biological father became. It kind of pissed me off in retrospect.
That's fucked up. That doesn't seem right to block you out from your biological
Well,
father.
but that's what you did then.
The first mention of Dan could also be heard in this episode.
That's kind of sick.
Dan is saying that the chewing.
Oh, the chewing. Dad, what the hell?
Stop.
Come on, I'm chewing tobacco. Come on. Where's my spittoon? Pooh.
At the end of this episode, Donna would gift Ethan a homemade scrapbook to celebrate the new podcast. In episode number 12, Steve-O would be the guest. Steve-O was one of the more interesting guests from the early episodes, in my opinion. It's clear Ethan and him have solid chemistry, and Steve-O has so many crazy stories that it makes for an interesting episode.
This guy was a rave promoter from Cleveland, and he says, I'm throwing a party on, I think it was January 25th, and I want to fly you out to attend this party, and I'll get you out the next morning. You won't even be gone for 24 hours, and I'll pay you $700. And I was like, dude, don't just give me $700. I'll fucking chew and swallow glass. I will light myself on fucking fire. I will light my fucking head on fire.
You were really overvaluing $700, I think.
Right.
There would also be a few mentions of Dan in this episode, indicating that he was also the one live switching. Ethan would also yell at Dan for the first of many times.
Dude, I finished the coffee, right? I poured the last bit of the pot, and I was like, fuck, man, like I'm finishing it off, and then I took a sip, and it's fucking like cold.
What? It's
not fucking hot, dude.
I am so sorry.
Dude.
Dad, what the hell, dude? You're supposed to keep the coffee hot.
I think
God damn it,
Elon, what the fuck, dude? Sorry, Dad.
One thing that has always stuck with me from this episode is during a break while Steve-O was by himself, he told this wild story.
I'll take some suggestions here. My best drug story? Oh my God. Okay, I'll tell you. Oh my God, this is fucked up. I was so helplessly addicted to cocaine, it was insane. Like, if I ran out, I would call this drug dealer. This guy, this drug dealer wasn't just a drug dealer, he was also like a hardcore addict. And when it came, and I'm talking about cocaine, this guy would inject cocaine, he would shoot up. And for some reason, because I never injected anything, some reason that I just don't understand about people who shoot up cocaine is that with their syringe, they squirt their own blood all over the place. I mean, this guy's apartment, it was all, like, just on the walls, even the fucking ceiling, the furniture. This motherfucker had just, with his syringe, just squirt all over the place, blood. So, and sometimes when I showed up and I would walk in, I'd find the guy, like, sitting there with literally needles fucking hanging out. I felt like it was hanging out of his neck one time, and he was sitting there, and I walked in, and he was like, oh, hey, what's up, dude? And he pulls the needle out of his neck. Like, oh, hey, what's up, bro? You know? Like, fuck, it was gnarly. So this one fucking time, I showed up. His door wasn't locked, and it was open. I walked in. He wasn't in the living room. He was in his back bedroom. And so he's in his bedroom in the back, and like the dude's like, he wasn't dead, obviously, but he was just not responsive. You know, he had, I guess, been awake for so many days that there's no fucking waking this guy up. And he's like, I'm like trying to wake him up. Yo, I need fucking drugs, you know, like, and there's no getting this guy up. So fuck, man, like, I just finally was like, okay, fuck, you know, he's just sleeping so heavily, I'm just not gonna get him up. So I went myself into his living room to the table where he would weigh out all of his drugs. And there was, from him weighing this guy sold so much fucking drugs that on the table itself, there was just like a fucking residue of cocaine. It was just built up, and I was looking at it like I knew that if I took a card that I could scrape up like the gnarliest pile of cocaine. I just knew it. I'm just gonna go. I want drugs, and I'm gonna go fucking help myself. I'm gonna go scrape. So now I go and I sit down at the table and I'm looking at it. There's cocaine all over it, but like I said, the motherfucker squirted his own blood everywhere. So it's like cocaine with blood. Like little like splatters, like thin, like, you know. And I'm like, fuck, this is a terrible idea. Like, this is fucking bad. And I'm like, and I just start scraping up fucking cocaine. And like I can like visibly, like in the pile I'm scraping, like I can see specks of blood. And this is how fucking bad I was addicted. Sat there and fucking snorted the motherfucker's blood, dude.
What the fuck did I just walk in on?
Yeah. They asked me for my craziest drug story.
That was on I wanted to ask you that. Well, I guess I'll have to watch the video back.
I just dropped the hammer,
I walked in, and Steve-O literally said, and I snorted his blood.
I snorted the motherfucker's blood, dude.
Oh my God.
In episode 13, a new semi-reoccurring character, YouTuber Boogie2988, would be featured for the first time on the podcast. They would talk about YouTube and Boogie's struggle with his weight loss. At one point, Ethan would mention the audience's reaction to his drunken comments with Post Malone and Joji on episode 7.
You know, you're doing it live, you're going to say some really stupid shit. And it already happened to me once, where George, Filthy Frank, was sitting on this couch behind me, and we were having a conversation about rape and nature. I don't know why. I don't usually talk about rape as a subject of conversation, but I said something and George reacted behind me like he didn't even know he was on camera, and now I got memed into oblivion, and that video has like 1 million views.
Yeah. At the end of the episode, the chat would remind Ethan to make Boogie sign the scrapbook that his mother had gifted him 2 episodes prior. It is quite interesting to see these early episodes of Boogie if you are familiar with the ways he has been featured recently in the H3 show. It seems like this Boogie and current day Boogie are 2 different people. In episode 14, the living meme, Soflo Antonio, joined the show. Soflo had previous back and forth with many creators, including Ethan and Hila, because of him becoming popular from stealing content. His content mainly consisted of stealing others' videos, adding a text bar to it, and re-uploading it to Facebook. At one point, Soflo would tell a story, trying to make himself sound like a good person for hanging out with an ugly girl.
He like met this like one person for like a cigarette, and then I'm like, oh, this person's pretty nice. It's like this like young girl, smart, nerdy, you could tell. And so I'm like, okay. I'm gonna take her. And then the guy's like, he's like, what do you mean you're gonna take her with us? Like, I'm like, dude, like, it's okay. Like, she's chill. Like, I don't want like whatever it is you want. And he's like, he would like pull me aside. He's like, dude, like this girl's like really unattractive. Like, what are you doing? Like, you need to post so much better. I'm like, bro, like that's not what I want right now. Like, you can like, getting laid is one thing, okay? Like just chilling out, hanging out is a different thing. And I'm doing something different right now. So this person was amazing. And I even like, dude, I even paid for like a helicopter ride, like back, because I was like, oh, why not? Because I thought to myself, I'm like, dude, how many like terrible girls that like really hot, but they're just terrible people have I taken and like done like spent so much money on them? And I like it would be terrible if I don't spend money on people who really deserve it, because this girl probably doesn't get nearly as much as like these like hot girls that like think they're the shit, right? And so I did that for her. It was fucking probably like one of the nicest things I've done. And I have to thank my one friend Ali, who's changed me so much in like the last 6 months, because I was not that type of person, because I never saw that. But yeah, so.
They would end the episode with Joey Salads calling in and confronting Soflo for using his videos and not paying him.
You can look back on it. We can
At the end of the year,
Right,
at the end of the year, I calculated how many views my videos got on your page. I remember I was counting because I wanted to see how many views I got for the entire year.
But remember that there was a time that you texted me when the deal turned into
100 million views came from your page.
100 million?
Well over 100 million views.
Oh,
So what do you think that he owes you then for those views? If you had to guess. If you had to guess.
I'm going through, honestly, dude, I don't know, because it all depends on if he was monetized at the time. And even if he wasn't, I still think I should.
Joey, remember at the
because
beginning?
You know how many followers you gained from that?
How many followers did you gain from that?
I'm not sure. I mean, you can't really check that.
Ethan would broker a peace between the two by getting Soflo to agree to share Joey on his Facebook page 4 times in the future. The H3 podcast channel would post a pinned comment apologizing for the boring first half of the show, quoting, "It's definitely the result of my shortcomings as a host/interviewer. I still have a lot of room for improvement there." I feel this is a good way to highlight that Ethan was much more anxious and much less confident in himself in the early days of the podcast. He occasionally received comments that he was a bad interviewer or interrupted his guests too frequently, which I think led him to often being in his head during the early days of the show. Ethan has obviously improved his skills and confidence in front of the camera over the years, but I always thought these complaints were a little overblown. In episode 15, we would get our second ever top of the month episode featuring only Ethan and Hila. Shortly after the episode started, Ethan would describe his vision for top of the month.
Honestly, our idea for this show that I want to build to is like, I want it to be more of a show than a podcast, and I want to get there eventually. So, like, we'll have different segments. Say every episode, it starts with 30 minutes where we talk about news segments, and then the guest comes on for an hour or 2 hours or whatever, and then they leave, and then we keep going. And maybe
maybe we take calls from you guys.
Right.
How about that?
Yeah, or we have different segments. We can have Joey Salads come in and put his dick in a hot dog bun or whatever. Like, I just want more stuff going on. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I find this clip interesting because his description would definitely fit the vibe of the show in present day. One topic they would address shortly into the show as well was a recently deleted video on the H3H3 Productions channel of Ethan and Hila ghost hunting with Post Malone. In the video, Ethan was being a skeptic and the video was received poorly. This would not be the last time that Ethan would hunt ghosts. This would also be the first episode to feature a Kenneth Copeland video.
You can't manage that today.
Right.
This dope-filled world.
Right.
And get in a long tube with a bunch of demons.
Right. That's
my God, demons! You're calling your own contributors demons?
What?
A long tube with a bunch of demons. It's like he's describing his penis.
Now brace yourselves, because this episode contains our second historical H3 moment, when Ethan inquires to Dan about a potential tech upgrade. The trajectory of the show would forever be altered as a result of Ethan asking this question.
We need like a sound for like next.
Oh, you're so true. Dan, I want to get a soundboard where we get like slamming Bradberries and next, so like you can be like the audio engineer. Are you up for that? Cool. Hell yeah. I want to get weird and wild with this show. We can step this up to weirder parts.
In episode 16, we would get another guestless episode, though this one was not listed as a top of the week episode. The main topic of this episode, net neutrality. During this episode, Ethan would need clarification on something regarding net neutrality and would invite Dan into the studio to answer a question. This would be the first time fans would officially hear from Dan on the mic, as well as get a glimpse of his back.
This guy, the current chairman, he was on the council, and he was against it vehemently because he's.
I think it won
a
3-2 or
right.
something.
Right.
So he was that one.
He was, yes, exactly. And so as soon as the new administration came in, boom, that guy gets promoted. He's now the commissioner. And of course, immediately he does what he said he always wanted to do, which is keep it the way it used to be, basically, so that they can just
deregulate it.
Right.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, Dan. This is brought to you by your Dan official update.
Also, the first soundbite to ever be dropped would take place in this episode.
That's why I hate flying. It's like, by percentage, flying is much safer than driving. But when you crash an airplane, you're Bradburied. Can we get a soundboard sound for that, Dan? When you crash an airplane, you're...
Which sound are you looking for?
I don't know. I'm just waiting to see what he chooses. I didn't hear it.
Oh, we didn't hear it. Did people... Oh.
Thank you, Dan.
They would finish the episode by calling Joey Salads to check in on how his deal with Soflo Antonio was going.
Okay, good. Excellent. So just to keep the count, you're at 2 legit shares and 1 nighttime share.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, he still owes you 1.5 more shares.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna follow this closely and make sure, or my name isn't Pope Francis III.
Episode 17 would feature The Boys, Jacksfilms, and Eric of Internet Comment Etiquette. This would be another episode under the influence, this time of rosé and cigarettes, leading to moments like this.
And the star is just a vlogger. Like, what is the...
He's not in Titanic.
He's not in Titanic, and he didn't make
talent.
Nirvana or whatever.
You bite your
like,
tongue.
What is...
You bite your fucking tongue.
Eric, get out!
Have you not heard his music?
Apologize for what I
into
just
the
said.
mic.
I got a little Hennessy in me.
Get out!
Ethan,
You know,
don't yell to the mic. You're going to kill our viewers.
We have a pitch limiter, right?
No, as soon as
Not
you're
today, we
yelling.
Get out!
No.
All right, let's move it on.
And now I'm going to talk really low.
I'm sorry to everyone with
I'm
headphones.
drunk. What do you want from me? You expect better from me, drunk?
One interesting fact they brought up is that Jake Paul had 480 million views in the previous month, just to give you a sense of the landscape of YouTube at this time.
480.
480. Jesus, sorry, it's almost half a billion
views.
I am so fucking glad I don't have kids. That's all I can say about that.
Well, that's what I said in our videos.
Can you imagine? Like your kids like,
I
can you take
cannot.
me to Jake Paul's house?
And they do.
And they do. What parents
Here,
do?
write your name
That's
on this
messed up.
wall.
That's messed
They
up.
What
do.
happened to parents? Like, forget about talking what happened to kids these
think
days. What
none of
happened to
us have-
parents these days?
None of us have kids. I think we're underestimating how annoying kids are.
It's like, fine. Oh my god.
Oh
Fine,
my God, I hope
fine.
he takes
Go
you.
Fucking go to Jake Paul's
Just go
house.
and
And-
stay with him.
Exactly.
Go
And
in
they're like,
there
you know
and
what?
ring his
Yeah,
doorbell.
go
Help you
go
scale
tag
the
up their
wall.
wall. Go destroy their house. Fuck this guy.
Will you shut up? Oh
saw a
god. I'm gonna be a
picture.
great dad.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Somebody should set up a webcam outside his house that
That's
just
what
shows
I
like
would
parents like
love.
tossing kids out the window.
A
It's
24/7 stream.
Yeah.
Ethan would also receive the first compliment on his hairline in podcast history during this episode.
You don't even have a receding hairline. You got hair for days, man.
I have
He's got too much hair.
I have hair
What's
mass.
the secret? Hair. Oh, okay, that's it. Hair mask.
The secret, dude. This thing is a curse. I don't like it.
You could shave like 3 pineapples into that.
I could literally sew a fucking sweater from this.
Yeah.
I'm like a summer sheep.
I think you should.
I need to get sheared.
Now buckle up because we have ourselves our third historical moment in H3 podcast history, because in this episode we get a face reveal for Dan Swerdlove.
All right, guys, we are back with the H3 podcast. We've got drinks on deck, and before we go to the news segment, something really spicy just happened. So we're probably gonna make a video about this, but Austin, Post Malone, texted me a couple of days ago, and he's like, Jake Paul just showed up at my house, and I was like, how the fuck did that happen? And so Austin ordered Jake Paul merch, ironically, for a video we're going to make. And they took it very seriously. They missed the irony, which is fine because the tweet was pretty ambiguous. But the thing that was insane is that Jake Paul extracted his address from the merch company, which has got to be so illegal. He shows up at his house to hand deliver the merch. But here's the worst fucking part. He showed the front of his fucking house in his vlog. He filmed it and showed the front of his house.
This would be the first time in the history of the podcast that an additional crew member's face would be shown on camera. This moment would not only mean the addition of a new personality on the show, but indicate the start of the show's ever-upgrading technical arsenal. Dan would first join the crew on the purple couch behind Ethan to take place in the show's first ever segment, a news segment.
There is a call for a murder-free weekend.
Yes.
Just one weekend.
Let him know.
No murder.
Let's just say it because people need to hear it.
Yeah.
Right.
That'll work.
Apparently, we've seen already 188 murders in Baltimore this year.
Wow.
Going for a record there.
That it?
And so, I guess the solution's simple. Just don't kill anybody.
If you want to learn more about Dan, check out my first video, The Story of Dan Swordlove, H3 Lore, once you're done with this one, of course. In episode 18, we would get a feature from Seattle native Rudy Pantoja, better known as Humongous, as well as Eric from Internet Comment Etiquette once again. Humongous was featured on the H3H3 Productions channel when Ethan backed up Rudy after he had been accused by a Seattle council member of sexually harassing her.
Humongous.
Okay. Humongous what? Humongous what?
Humongous.
Humongous what?
Humongous.
He's like, that's the joke. That's the whole joke. It's humongous. He's like, did she not get it? Humongous. Humongous. That's the joke.
Once the interview ended, the show tried out another new segment, Eric's Conspiracy Closet. In this segment, Eric played devil's advocate as he attempted to explain the truth behind the flat earth theory to others in the room.
Here's a tweet from her. Why are all the buildings in NYC standing straight up? If Earth was round, then some of the buildings would have a slight tilt.
What if?
How do you defend that logic, though?
Hashtag flat earth.
She's got a point, I think.
She does.
Why don't they have a slight tilt?
Well, they probably do have an
they probably do have a
slightly
slight
not one
tilt.
that you could perceive with your eyes.
Yeah, it's not like they build all the buildings the same exact height.
Yeah.
So that you can see the...
I mean, truthfully, even if you were on a perfect plane, they would probably have a slight tilt.
Yeah.
They would also begin drinking rosé for the second episode in a row during this segment, leading to moments like this.
All right, well, it exists. It's a 6-mile stretch of river, right? So naturally, the Earth's curve would affect the height of the water.
Right here. Right.
And so what he did was observe the ship with a tall mast going down the river for the 6 miles, and he didn't see the mast go down. You know, logically, if we lived on a flat Earth, you wouldn't see the mast go down, and he didn't see the mast go down. So we live on a flat Earth. The
River.
Bedford level experiment. Educate yourself.
It's only in your head.
I can't hear you guys.
It's only in your head.
It's the satellite.
Yeah, it's the satellites are hitting your head. You got to cover up. You look like a dang. You look like the. You look like the Pope who fucking lost it all. I like the baked potato look. Rudy's making it fashionable by putting his hat on top.
Oh, nice.
Protected.
You don't know what's in that hat. There could be microchips in that hat.
Seahawks Super Bowl. Seahawks are taking it this year, boys. You heard it from Rudy. You're such a globulist.
I'm tired of these globulist
How do you have time to think
lies,
about
guys.
Seahawks when there's...
The episode would close with Dan delivering another news segment.
This actually is appropriate for your conspiracy closet here.
Oh, good. I need material for
that. There's a company in Wisconsin that has announced that they are going to be microchipping all of their employees.
Nothing wrong with that.
What?
Oh, fuck no.
I'm already microchipped.
How's that legal?
So it is voluntary before you
Okay.
get too upset. But basically, this is a company that they sell like vending machines. And they're trying to
What?
implement this whole thing where everybody, their vision of the future is everybody has a microchip in their hand, and you swipe it over, a sensor or something, and that's how you pay for it.
You got your credit card there. You got your
credit
ID
card
there.
is just like boom, right in your hand.
That's when I walk up with a fucking scanner and take all your money.
Hey, how are you? Put people have like fake, like they have like credit card stealers in their hand, and you're like, hey, how you doing?
Hey,
their
Ethan, how's
hand,
it going?
boom.
You just get a charge on your PayPal.
Yeah.
It just says like Eric.
I love the future.
It's coming. It's coming.
In episode 19, YouTube vlogger Jesse Wellens came in for an interview, covering topics such as Jesse bombing while presenting at E3.
When I got to Need for Speed, I just blanked. I was supposed to talk about like me and the producer were gonna go drive cars, and I was gonna make a video about it, and this, that, and the other, and here he is. Like that's what it was supposed to be.
So let me let you relive this nightmare.
I am here to talk about Need for Speed, Payback. If you guys didn't know, Need for Speed Payback. I'm bombing. That's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say I'm bombing. I'm about to crash right now. Who's coming with me? Put the seatbelts on. The little ventilation thing dropped. We're going down.
It cuts to like the Need for Speed like side camera where it just shows you going off the road, like exploding into a tree.
And you see it in my like,
yeah, you're laughing.
I'm like, yeah,
you're
I'm
very
just gonna.
self-aware.
It's over.
I love how you try to acknowledge, like they're clapping for like, oh yeah, they're clapping for the game and not trying to encourage me.
Yeah, they're like, come on, Jesse, get it together.
It's a great game.
Yes, it's a great game. But all right, all set aside. I'm a YouTube creator. And I tried to reset. I'm like, okay, let me start where I was supposed to begin, and maybe it'll roll off. It's coming out. I got my boy Marcus, executive producer here. He is the producer of the game. Thank you, Nick.
That part is too much.
All right. The explanation for that is I had to introduce somebody else right after him named Nick.
Yeah.
So I'm already fast forwarding to Nick. I already said Marcus, and then the Nick. I'm like, oh shit, not yet.
It's not your fault. It was a total system
totally
failure.
my fault. I smoked a ton of weed the night before.
Yeah.
Eric joined Ethan and Elo in this episode, meaning that it would be the third episode in a row under the influence, leading to moments like this.
It's Martin at thoughtpatrol.com.
Thought
wait,
Patrol?
Ethan, don't show your computer.
Well, what do I do?
Close it.
Dan, you're the producer. Well, I didn't show anything. Okay, Martin at ThoughtWatch.
Just went to the.
Wait, he said ThoughtWatch.
This episode's brought to you by wine.
Did he actually say Martin at ThoughtWatch?
This episode would feature what I believe is the second soundbite ever, Everyday Bro.
Hey, do we have the soundboard? Do you not have an Everyday Bro sound effect?
We have the bro.
Step it up, dude.
But when I was doing it.
Thank you. All right.
What the fuck?
We got a soundboard, but it's like it just surprised
I
you.
liked it.
The delay.
I just forgot. That's in the song. That sound.
No, I edited it.
Okay.
I made the bro like repeating and reversing.
Okay.
I wanted to drag it out. Thank you, Dan. Good work on that one. Anyway, where were we?
Eric would deliver the second iteration of Eric's Conspiracy Closet. This week's topic, celebrity clones.
Oh, I saw this.
Keep an eye on Al. Keep an eye on Al. This guy's a clone. He's about to glitch the fuck out.
That's exactly how you have to have a certain amount of distance between the bodies in your house.
These other two on the right might also be clones.
Room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually. It's a big day in music history.
It's like the glitch.
Today, Elvis Presley passed
So if you
Play it again.
Yo, this shit's a trip.
Great song, Walking in Memphis. There's a pretty little thing waiting for the
Holy God! So
Everybody in the chat who just
She
saw a
said
clone
Holy
say
Ghost,
clone.
and he went into a trance.
It was like his trigger word.
Yeah.
She
Can we
said
watch
a word
it
that
again?
Oh,
Can I
you want
off-
to see it again?
Yeah, when she
Well,
said
turn
Holy
the
Ghost.
sound off and just play it.
Okay.
But can I
Yeah, let's-
offer an
yeah, let's-
alternate explanation? I think he may have had a stroke.
Well, clones can have strokes too.
Okay.
And Holy Ghost.
Did somebody say Holy Ghost? Assassinate JFK.
Oh my
Assassinate JFK.
What happened?
I feel like he's looking at the producer right now like,
Yeah.
yo, what, you tell her to say that?
Someone
No.
just got in his ear and said something nasty to him. I
But
think.
why is he
What?
looking so hard and so long? Like it's so inappropriate on live television.
And this
It's such a
video,
spectacle.
this is the best clip I could find of
This
it.
is creeping me out.
It fades out before he's done.
I want to see him snap out and be like,
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh shit. Did they see? Did they see that I'm a clone?
The episode was planned to end with Dan delivering the news, but the segment was derailed when Martin Shkreli left a donation in an attempt to call in. Seeing as this was the first ever call-in in the show's history, the crew struggled to communicate, as they both started by trying to communicate via each other's live streams. In the end, Ethan would email Martin the link to his Discord to finally get connected.
The last 5 years of my life, the outcome is I've made an enormous amount of money, and I also have to go to prison. The two aren't real. I'm not connecting the two in any way. The question is, is that a series of outcomes? Like, if you just made no money and you went to prison for 20 years, that would suck.
I think the court connected them, though.
If you made $100 million and you never had to go to prison, that'd be kind of awesome. If you do both, where does it shake out? That's sort of the question,
It's strange that, like, in your head, money and prison are in bed together somehow, that it's like...
It's just the notable parts of my life. That's all.
Okay.
If I made a hit album, and put that on the list. But that's basically what the last 5 years of my life has summed up to.
In episode 20, we would be introduced to one of the show's most reoccurring characters, Jimmy Lee. Jimmy Lee is a dentist trying to become famous via roast comedy, originally featured on the Ethan and Hila channel. Before bringing him out, Ethan would debut the third ever soundbite, Fascinating.
There was this post, didn't get too much attention, but it was fascinating.
Fascinating, Dan.
You're snoozing. Fascinating. It doesn't really work when I have to beg you to do it. Everybody's been making fun of me because they say H3 podcast in a nutshell. Fascinating.
So we put it on the soundboard.
And you know what? I mean, and then like I was looking through our last episode and I just clicked in one random spot out of 3 hours and it's me going, that's fascinating. I'm like, fuck, I guess maybe I do. That sounded really fascinating.
Jimmy arrived in the studio with 2 of his own cameramen.
Welcome aboard.
Appreciate that.
Jimmy also brought his cameraman with him.
You want to check this real quick, Sarko? Want to check audio?
Here is a moment that will become a soundbite years down the line.
Is it racist to refer to black people as blacks?
Hila, I'll defer to you on that.
I don't know. I'm from Israel.
But you say that, right? You say the blacks. That's what you say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Chocolate mocha, colored cream. They're all different flavors. Whatever you want to,
Jimmy Lee's comedy style is old-timey, and by the time they were heading to the first ad break, the chat's reaction to Jimmy had Ethan and Hila considering cutting the interview short. Upon returning from break, Ethan would thank Jimmy for joining them and usher him out of the studio after less than an hour.
What do we call this?
Wow shot.
Wow shot.
Wow shot.
Come on, Hila.
Why is it called a wow shot?
Because it's what is it, Hila?
It's like the size of his dick, right? Wow.
That would be,
right?
That's Sarko's, it's not mine.
Got him, right?
Here we go. Come
All
on.
right, wow shot.
Here we go.
Wow. All right, Jimmy. God
Thank
bless
you,
you.
kids. I love you.
Thank you,
Peace
everybody.
and love,
It's
and
been-
H3 rocks.
They would opt to send the news once again with Dan before ending the episode after just 1 hour and 16 minutes.
I just wouldn't do that. You crawl up there. Why? Okay.
Hey, yes. All right, let's do the news.
Let's do it. All right, let's see what this one is.
That is so fucked up.
Oh
my God!
I had to throw that in there.
All right, well, I've always long said that the best way to commemorate any national, tragedy or holiday is to sell mattresses.
Of course.
In episode 21, they would debut a slight change, Top of the Week. Top of the Week was the same concept as Top of the Month, except now Ethan and Hila would be bringing viewers a guestless episode every week. This would be the beginning of 2 episodes per week of the H3 podcast. This episode would be the origin of all future Vin Diesel soundbites that came from this iconic interview where Vin creepily hits on the interviewer.
Get a load of this shit, man.
This was the first one, and
That's the first one. That can't be his real voice. That's the first one.
God, you're so beautiful. God, she's so beautiful, man. Am I right or wrong? Look at her. How am I supposed to do this interview? Look at this woman.
Tell me your story.
She's so beautiful. Conyo, man.
She's so beautiful.
Wow, man.
Tom Hanks?
Wow, man. Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks? Great guy.
He was a great guy. and he kind of told me what it was going to be like to be a movie star.
And the last thing I wanted, I saw you speaking I am Groot in so many languages, but I don't know if you ever said it in Portuguese. So I brought you...
I did say it, but...
Did
What do you think about his outfit?
Eu sou o Groot.
So good.
Eu sou o Groot.
I love her. Man, she's so fucking
Can
sexy.
you believe that?
Look at her. Does anyone say this? Guys, what's wrong? Am I the only one that's saying it? Look at her.
What do you want?
This is so crazy.
She's so fucking beautiful. It's like you can't even do an interview with her because you're just like, da, 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 da.
Get away.
Da, da. Right or wrong? Oh my God, can someone save me? When did this turn into Beautiful World?
Beautiful World? When did this turn into Beautiful World? You open your voice and shut up and the fucking cut off. When did this turn into Beautiful World?
In this episode, Ethan would spend a large amount of time praising Elon Musk and declaring his love for Tesla, an opinion that I'm pretty sure he doesn't hold today.
He's pretty much probably my number one most desired guest. The guy is deep into everything I care about. He's at the heart of it. And let me tell you this about Elon. He's fascinating. 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 Thank you, Dan.
Ethan would also share his vision for the future of the show.
Hope you guys had fun. Let us know what you thought. We think we're going to keep doing it every week. I like the balance here between having us doing our thing here and having a guest on Friday. It's a good balance. To be truthful with you, my dream, although it's far off from now, is to do it every weekday. But that's far away. That is a fascinating. But for now, it's a 2-day. I like that balance for now.
The show would close with Dan delivering the news once again.
I don't want to say it made me happy, because that's kind of dark, but big game hunter trampled to death by elephant in Namibia? Namibia?
That's a country that I've heard of.
So yeah, this guy from Argentina went hunting elephants because that's still a thing people do,
God,
apparently.
Those people.
Yeah, and, I'm not relishing in his death necessarily, but you gotta love the irony, right? I mean, and people that go out and do big game hunting...
I'm relishing in it.
In episode 22, Jake Paul would be the guest for what is a very unique episode.
What's up, Doc?
Nothing. What's up with you guys?
Doing good, man. Excited. Happy you're here.
Most of the hate stuff on me is not funny, but you guys kill it. I laugh. I laugh.
Thanks.
Thank
dude.
you.
Really good.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. Sometimes when we make fun of people, I like to do it in a way where it shouldn't be digging at the core of who this person is. I don't know.
Because everyone.
Oh yeah, that's a little soundboard.
That just happens.
That's just God. Yeah, that just happens
I like that.
sometimes.
I
That's
like
Dan.
that.
Dad, chill out, dude.
Yeah, calm down, Dan.
Dan, all right, we get it.
Okay, we
dude.
get the point.
All right.
No, yeah, it's funny. It's good stuff. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone's got to be made fun of, So.
During this show, Ethan would question Jake about him accidentally doxing Post Malone by hand-delivering some of his merch to Post's house and posting it as a vlog.
Did it never cross your mind that maybe it was inappropriate to take his address? I mean, in retrospect, do you think it was
retrospect, yeah. In retrospect, I totally messed up.
Also, there's something a little bit presumptuous about being I think you're gonna clown on me, and I'm entitled to confront you at your home about it. That was the part that kind of rubbed me. I think of all the things you've done, that's probably the thing that I think you deserve criticism for.
Yeah, no, I totally get it.
Do you agree?
In hindsight, I messed up.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I could have reached out to him and yo, can I hand deliver this to you for my video?
Right. And then I saw in the vlog you said, did you tell him that someone was across the street filming from the car, sniper?
No, but I did ask him. I was like, yo, are you cool if we vlog this?
Yeah, but that's like a far cry, right? From someone in the car filming the front of his house.
I don't think so.
Really, because you're at his doorstep with a camera there.
But I could have filmed. I could have been vlogging while I'm walking up to the doorstep.
I think it's common decency to not show.
No, I agree. I messed up. I'm just saying this is what was going through my head.
Right.
And when he was like, you can vlog this, I was like, oh my God, this is going great. And he was so cool. He was like,
he's nice. He's the nicest guy ever.
Right. And that was, I think, I don't know if it was your video or someone else's that was like, oh, well, he was just being nice. Totally get that. Okay. But how hard is it for him afterwards? If he like didn't want to be like no on his own property, how hard is it for him afterwards to hit me with an email, to hit me with a Twitter DM, to be like, hey, I thought about it. I don't want you to post that.
I think the way I see it is that when you asked him, is it cool if we vlog this? That's when the vlog started.
Right.
I think he didn't know that there was footage before it.
No, I was already recording. I mean, I had the camera.
Because the camera was pointing down. You're like, "Can I vlog?" And then you like put it in his face.
And then he went to put on
puts
pants.
pants on.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, oh, let me put on my pants if we're gonna film. It's kind of a weird. Anyway, the sniper shot from the car. I don't think that's implied.
I messed up. I'm sorry, Post. Sorry, dude. I like your songs.
During the later half of the episode, the KTL reporter Chris Wolfe, who had recently broke an internationally viral story about Jake being a nuisance to his neighbors, would also join the mix.
I didn't know. We didn't know what you wanted to talk about.
Right.
I think the only thing you said to someone was they want to talk to you about the neighbors.
Yeah.
And so someone came into the house and was like, "Yo, Jake, KTLA is outside. They want to talk to you about the neighbors." And so I was like, "Oh, this will be fun."
You know what's interesting? At first, the female security guard who was out front, she went in and she came back out. She said, "They're not going to talk." That's what I heard, and I said, "Okay, well then we tried."
Right.
And honestly, that's what I thought. So we went back toward the front of the house with the fans, and within 5 minutes, that's when you ran out, and I was like, "Okay, I guess he is going to talk."
Here we go.
And here we go.
Let's go.
Here we go.
What were you thinking when you saw Jake climb over the van like a maniac? Were you like, "This is some good footage right here"?
Oh yeah. I mean, I was surprised, and we don't recommend that, and you shouldn't. It's dangerous, and there's a lot of equipment up there, and you could get hurt, or you could damage the equipment.
You're like, climb.
Well, what makes
you wanted me to climb.
You know what makes good TV.
During this conversation, Jake would hit 10 million subscribers.
Yep, it's kind of hard. I think Jake's just laser
about to hit it.
Oh! There it is.
Oh!
That looks good. It's gonna.
Oh, snap! It's gonna drop
You're
back
gonna
down.
lose it.
I want to vlog with it. Let me see.
All right,
No, you're good.
No,
You're clean.
Yo! Oh my gosh! Oh, I almost knocked down the TV. Yo! Wow, you're Jake Baller's.
So convenient that you have a giant monitor to celebrate with.
I know. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much. I
Glad
never
to
thought
celebrate
I'd
with
be
you.
here when I-
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, dude, congratulations, man.
At one point towards the end of the podcast, Ethan remarks that they currently have the most live viewers they ever have had, at 68K. In episode 23, we got another top of the week episode featuring only Ethan and Hila.
Are you doing that zooming or are they? Oh, okay. Dan, I didn't ask you to do that. Do not.
Is that too powerful for you?
The gaze is too powerful. No, I'm more worried about this. This is holy. You don't fuck with it.
In this episode, Ethan would debrief his interview with Jake and expressed frustration with the complaining comments on YouTube and Reddit.
I don't know what's up with this podcast, but it brings out, like, in terms of our fans or the people who comment and participate, oh, God, it's like I've seen this comment like 1,000 times since we started doing the podcast regularly, is that I've lost all respect for you. Like, I remember the context of one of them was like, I was talking about the AI stuff in the last top of the week. And one of the top comments, like on somewhere, I don't remember where, was, Ethan needs to do more research on this. And frankly, I've lost all respect for him. That's it? After 3 years of hanging out and doing this shit together, that's what it was? Isn't that what you tell like a rapist or a pedophile? I've lost all respect for you. So we did the Jake Paul episode last week. I think it went really well. I was happy with the way it went. The amount of complaining is crazy. Like, I don't know what people are complaining that I'm going too easy on him and that they've lost all respect for him. Me emphasize on all respect, lost all respect.
All respect.
But the thing is, do you guys really want, like, me just to come in here and berate him? I mean, this is a place to have an actual conversation. My goal here, when I have a guest like Jake Paul, is to give you an insight to what kind of person he actually is. And he does that by answering questions, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes, like with the Post Malone thing, he kind of gives me a bullshit answer, and that's when I can move on him to make some kind of confrontation, right? But the whole point is to have a mature conversation. If you're here for any other reason, then I've lost all respect for you, frankly.
While the battle would ebb and flow over the years, the conflict between the show and complaining Redditors would continue to rage on, even until the present day. Another topic that would be covered is Ethan's belief that the H3 brand is banned from the YouTube trending page.
I'm so over YouTube, man. There's so many problems, and I really think that the management of YouTube is run by ideological fucking zealots. Like, this should be a democratic platform based on people, what wants to be seen is shown. I mean, they own the company; they have the right to do whatever they want. But they're tricky about it.
Yeah,
they operate in shadow.
The trending page is just at least be transparent about what's happening there.
In my opinion, from the beginning of the podcast and even on until the present day, YouTube has never been favorable to the H3 podcast when it comes to recommendations and pushing the channel to new viewers. In episode 24, it would be another episode with just Ethan and Hila, though this one was not officially listed as a top of the week episode. They would start the show by celebrating the copyright lawsuit win against Matt Haas. Matt Haas was a YouTuber who sued Ethan and Hila for copyright as a result of one of the H3 production videos that was made about him.
So we were basically yesterday morning. I mean, the verdict came in through the judge.
Yeah.
I was sleeping, I think it was like 9 a.m. And Hila wakes me up and she says, "We won."
Yeah. And I've had like dreams of this day to get that text from the lawyer saying we won.
Yeah,
or we lost. I don't know, but it's weird when it finally happens. Something you like think about so much.
Seriously, I fantasized about how we would get that message. What time of day would it be? It's kind of nice in a way that it just happened because I didn't have any time to think about it.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, we won. And I didn't even know how to handle that. It's like, what?
I know.
I was like, I didn't feel any emotions. I was just like, what?
This lawsuit would set a precedent, and H3 fans in later years would note being taught about this case in their law class. The first ever fan call-in would take place during this episode to discuss if Matt Haas should be a guest on the podcast.
Well, okay, I was thinking about this, and then my first reaction was like, hell no, definitely not. But then, like, maybe like a year or two from now, I could see maybe having him on, like after like kind of the dust has settled a little bit, maybe.
I kind of agree with that. Maybe
let the tension settle a little bit. Because I think Matt is such a hot-headed, arrogant kind of guy. Like, he's clearly so stubborn that he follows through to the end. Maybe he'll be a little more reasonable then. But I think I'd also rather him just disappear into obscurity by then.
The call would last less than a minute and was more of a technical test run than anything else. The episode would conclude with a call between two early H3 era characters, Skippy the 39-year-old virgin and Ryan Johnsimus, a dating coach. During the call, Skippy would describe how he has a jar of his belly button lint.
I think the same part of you that has this desire to collect belly button lint and kidney stones is the same part of you maybe that's making it difficult.
It's like the I think this is the little boy inside of you talking, and we want to see the grown man, Skippy, the new version of you.
Right.
Sure. And I'm open to it. I'm open to it.
Okay, so let's focus this then.
It's okay to let some of these parts of you go. And I'm all jokes aside, like, you're in a safe place. You know, sure. We want the best. No, this is just to help me. This is just to help me. It's going to be a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, my end goal is to just, let's get that dick
help
wet.
him get his dick wet, right?
Let's just get the dick.
Ethan would express his desire to fly both Skippy and Ryan to LA to give Skippy a makeover and live dating advice for the show. In episode 25, YouTuber Jenna Marbles and her boyfriend Julian Solomita would be guests on the show. To kick things off, Ethan would advertise this new merch drop before bringing on the two guests. Some of the topics covered during the interview would be how Jenna and Julian met, the next apocalypse, and ancient aliens.
It's really cool. So your boy Elon Musk, you love Elon
Big
Musk,
fan.
right?
You know I suck his dick every week.
Hell yeah, do your
he's
thing.
the god. Yeah.
But he believes that we're in like a simulation.
Yeah, I love it.
So like if there's higher beings or other aliens or something
Right.
that created people, or for some, I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you could basically be in a simulation, but that would require other beings to exist.
To have created.
Oh
that.
yeah. Definitely.
You boys with me.
And the simulation.
Why aren't you on this train
it's a
yet?
thought
Why
experiment.
aren't you on this
though.
train yet?
It's a thought experiment.
It doesn't have to like be real. You don't have to buy into it, but like entertain the idea.
One interesting thing Ethan would note in this episode is that the viewership demographic for the show was around 90% men.
I don't know. Am I really that unappealing?
Who's that?
Like, seriously, like, you know, Ela's brings a feminine touch.
Yeah.
Where the ladies at? 90%.
Has it changed
Ela Kleiner.
ever since you started, or has it been like pretty much the same?
It was.
Excuse me.
It was
was
like
worse.
95.5.
So it's gotten better.
It was 95. That means that 5 out of every 100 women was like, I can tolerate this guy.
Wow.
That's so crazy, man. So yours, what is yours at like roughly a percentage, if you know?
Probably like 85 girls.
Wow.
Okay, so we're kind of like the antithesis of each other.
Dude, we
But I
should
mean, when I
collab.
started-
Dude, we need to
Great.
collab. Seriously.
Today, the podcast is closer to 60 to 70% female viewers. After interviewing Jenna and Julian for the first hour, the four would take viewer calls to field questions to spark new conversations.
What's up?
I have, in what my opinion is, an absolutely fascinating question for you guys.
Dan, hit the fascinating button. Don't let me
yeah.
down, dude.
Let's have the fascinating button.
Fascinating.
Thank
fascinating.
you.
Fascinating.
Thank you.
Fascinating.
All right.
You're
chill
not
out.
joking.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right. So if you were allowed to put any information about the human race on a plaque that goes on a new Voyager probe in the future, or some equivalent of a Voyager probe, what would you put on that plaque for aliens to read?
Dab on them haters.
Dab. Logan Paul dabbing on the haters.
That's the safe answer. I think.
Thanks for your question,
Wow.
Bagel Man. Appreciate you. Let's discuss
Why?
that. So, what would you guys write for alien civilizations in the future?
So is
Beyond
it
dabbing.
one sentence about the human
Or
race?
information, data.
Oh, one piece of info.
Yeah.
Shit.
Just probably like some really nasty scat porn.
Yeah, just the URL.
Just one of us shitting in another person's mouth.
In episode 26, the show would do its first charity stream in what is an exceptionally long episode at 5 hours and 28 minutes. In the studio, Ethan and Ela would be joined by Justin Roiland once again, as well as Alex Hirsch and Dana Terrace, who knew each other from being writers and animators on the show Gravity Falls. The charity stream was to benefit the relief efforts for Hurricane Harvey and Irma. The plan was to celebrate every $10,000 with a shot, so this would be another episode under the influence, leading to moments like this.
I'm excited, but I have to pee.
Oh.
Should I run and do that?
Do it quick.
I'll go with you.
Yeah.
A little pee time. You guys gonna hold each other's.
Me and Joey gotta create some hurricanes together, you know what I mean?
Ethan, the open mouth chewing is really fucking intense right now.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you for that heads up. Man, I'm so drunk.
You seem sober. You seem sober to me. You don't seem that different. You did just offer me to write "Forget it, Dab It" on you.
Forget it, Dab It. That's good to know. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going to the bathroom with Joe. We're going to create a stage 5 hurricane.
We're gonna come back
over California. All right, let's go fuck, Joey. You guys got more conspiracy theories to talk about?
There were many unique items being raffled off as an incentive to donate, such as Szechuan sauce, a signed Gravity Falls hat, and a Dunny doll. Now, brace yourselves once again because we have our fourth H3 historical moment. 14 minutes into this episode would feature the first mention of Ian, the intern. He would be yelled at to run errands multiple times throughout the episode.
Okay, I'm doing shots
Maybe I'll
of
do
Bud
a
Light.
shot of Bud Light
Hey,
too.
You're tiny.
Ian, can you
Yeah.
come?
You'll be fun.
Can you come be on like just pour these for us so I can
So
keep
we can
going?
talk
keep
about
going,
the
'cause
stream.
This is gonna come
Yeah.
quick and dirty.
And Ian, grab another Bud Light.
Hey,
because-
Ian! He's our intern. You can just
Okay.
yell at him. Bring a couple Bud
grab
Lights in
grab
here.
a couple Bud
and,
Lights because some of us are going to be taking shots
make
of
it
Bud
quick,
Light.
huh?
Yeah, make it snappy. We're trying to raise
He's the
money
best.
for
Ian.
the
He's the best.
victims.
Don't worry about him.
Of hurricane people.
He's an intern.
Okay.
Around 2 hours into the episode, they would be joined by Joey Salad, and as a result of hitting the $75,000 donation goal, Joey would end up being pepper sprayed by Justin. They would watch this pepper spray stunt by watching it through Joey Salad's live stream. This stunt would end up getting Joey banned on Twitch.
1. Go! Oh, fucking Christ.
The delay. Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
His face like like a tan color. Is that even doing anything?
That was fucking harsh. God.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Open your eyes when you spray the saline in, man.
Oh, it's for the
You gotta
victims.
open your eyes and spray the
I got a slow-mo version of this.
Justin telling him what to do.
Justin's talking him through it.
Bring your eyes in.
Oh.
Open those puppers. Open those puppies. Open those puppies. Look up in the sky. Ready?
Oh no.
How you feeling?
There you go. There you go.
Put the phone up to Joey.
Put him on. Put him on.
Put him on. Ask him how's he doing.
Oh man, he's hurting. This is why cops use this to deter people, and also why potential victims of sexual assault.
They would spend the rest of the episode selling ad space on Ethan's face, reacting to videos, and answering fan calls. Towards the end of the episode, they would prank call Joel Osteen's prayer line.
Let's pray together.
Yeah. Call back tomorrow.
How much do you get paid to answer the prayer line?
Well, you know what? That ain't nothing. Get a whole lot for shit.
What? Sorry, say that again.
Let the Holy Spirit tell you.
Did you just talk in tongues? Are you talking in some made up? Is that Klingon? You talking in Klingon? Is that baby talk? You keep saying Ricky. Do you know someone named Ricky? Ricky ta 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 ta. What does any of this mean? I'm confused. Is it, if I were to translate this, would it be like, hey, don't let people into the building during the flood because we don't want their dirty footsteps walking on our nice carpets?
The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus.
I heard you the first time.
The blood of Jesus.
Yeah, I heard it the first time. The blood of Jesus.
Thank you for Second Chronicle 2015.
2015. 2015 was a good year.
Thank you, Lord God, for Flight News Battle.
Flight News Battles. Is that a magazine you read? What are you talking about? I am so confused right now. Is this supposed to be some kind of... Yes.
It's a prayer line.
Oh, it's a prayer line.
Time for foolishness.
Is it a prayer line where you just ramble crazy nonsense? What language is this? I'm gonna call my translator so I can follow the conversation. Ricky papa ta 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 ta. Ricky tati tapi pop 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 tat tat tat. Ricky tati papi tapi tat 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 pop 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 pop. Ricky tiki taki paki paki taki taki. You're laughing at it because you know it's funny because it's ridiculous. That's why you're laughing right now. I just made you laugh at your own ridiculousness. You are cracking up at Ricky tiki taki paki taki baki baki taka paki pak. You're dying.
Oh, she transferred.
She's gonna put me up to the next level of prayer line.
She put you up to Joel.
Because you did so good.
This would be the first episode since episode 7 that they did not ask their guests about ghost stories. They would end up raising $100,000 by the end of the episode and $170,000 by the end of the following episode.
The numbers are still going. Holy shit! What?
What the hell? Where did that come from? Holy crap!
Guys, we're at 100.
That was
That was so crazy to watch go
Justin, you sweet, beautiful bastard. You fucking did it. That was amazing.
Yeah,
we did it. Hell yeah. $100,000.
Great job, everyone.
You know what's nice
What do we-
about where I wrote it? Is the hat sort of hides it all.
Dan, get a load of what Justin did to me.
Right as we were making $100,000.
I should have packed out.
You had your chance. Oh, that is.
Oh my god.
Goddamn lot of money for just a day's
I
worth of ghosts.
actually wasn't expecting to see that.
I wasn't expecting.
Let me see
to
what
see
you
that.
did.
Here to the morning.
In episode 27, we would get another episode featuring just Ethan and Hila, though technically not listed as a top of the week episode, once again. The beginning of this episode would mark the first of many times that Ethan would publicly give Dan shit live on the show.
It's this really stupid meme that was just tickled us. We were walking out. What was it, last week?
Yeah.
Who was Dan on the phone with when he was talking?
With the shirt company.
Okay. So we're walking out, and Dan's on the phone with someone. It was a girl, too, because it was, like, kind of flirtatious, I felt like. And we were walking outside. We're done, and we're walking out. And Dan's wrapping up a phone call with one of these girls we work with, and he says, "All right, stay cool." Pretty innocent statement, but I just was like, Dan.
It wasn't like one of the hottest day here.
It was hot. It was brutal.
In LA, so it was kind of like a joke about the weather.
It wasn't a joke. He was earnest. He was completely serious. And it's a fair, it's a good wish to make for somebody on a hot day. Stay cool. But we just started joking internally about it, and so I wanted to bring that little story to light. I wanted to bring you guys in on it. So that we can put it on a shirt in about a week. And then in another week we bury it and it's funny again. It's the life cycle of a meme. Stay cool.
They would spend the early part of the episode going over which items raised the most money on their charity stream. Just to give you a reminder of the times during this episode, the item that raised the most money was a jar of McDonald's Szechuan sauce, popularized by Rick and Morty. This item would end up raising $15,540. Szechuan sauce wouldn't go on to be announced and re-released at McDonald's for another 5 months. The second most popular item was a Rick and Morty art book at $13,251. The third most popular item was a signed vape at $9,089. The item that raised the least amount of money by this episode was Skippy the Virgin's belly button lint at just $236. At one point, Ethan would express why it's hard for him to watch the podcast episodes back.
Usually on YouTube, I have no problem watching myself back, but on the podcast, it's like, oh my God, and my Tourette's is like so obvious. And, when you're sitting with somebody and you end up talking over them, in your mind, it feels like a conversation. But in the VOD, you're just like, you fucking idiot, just shut up. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll watch myself and just be like, shut up, stop talking. But you don't think about it that way in your head.
Yeah.
In short, it's made me hate myself quite a bit more.
Ethan's self-doubt as an interviewer would continue to creep in during the early days of the podcast. Also during this episode, they would react to a video of YouTuber Shoenice, known for eating things that you shouldn't be able to eat, going on a rant about them. This would be the first of many interactions with Shoenice in the early days of the show.
Hey everyone, Shoenice again. Well, basically my number one question is why does Filthy Frank and Ethan from H3H3 hate you so much? I don't hate them. They're little punk-ass bitches, millionaires between their YouTube accounts, and come on and make a video like Ethan's giving Filthy Frank some dollar.
This video was uploaded like a couple of days ago, and he's talking about the homeless one, which we made like 2 years ago.
And then he's gonna rip on me. Ethan and Hila, what is it, Hila? Fucking Bigfoot? Whatever, she's ugly as fuck. You guys are gonna sit there and rip on the smaller YouTubers feeding the homeless? Ethan, go fuck yourself. Seriously, H3H3 is overrated and you got a bunch of robot fucking people watching you. Fuck your wife. She looks like...
Why are you attacking Hila? Like he's obsessed with insulting you specifically.
I know.
Oh wait, here's the best insult.
Custom Grow 420.
She looks like Custom Grow 420.
It's like Custom Grow 420.
What the hell?
Fuck your podcast. Ethan, for real. Suck my dick, dude. Feed the homeless, you cheap motherfucking Jew.
I love the twist anti-Semitic at the end. Like he held it down to the very end, and then it's like, feed the homeless, you cheap motherfucking Jew.
In episode 28, we would get another official top of the week episode featuring Ethan and Hila. They would cover the Pewdiepie bridge incident, where Felix said the N-word in anger while playing PUBG on livestream. During this episode, Ethan would condemn PewDiePie's use of the word and express his disappointment.
Nobody's more anti-social justice warrior than me. Sometimes, though, it's actually okay to be offended. And we need to actually acknowledge that distinction, right? And this is part of the reasons why this cult of outrage that I'm always criticizing has muddied the water so bad. Because everybody's moral compass is so fucked up that you feel like you're either offended by everything or not offended by everything. But it's sometimes okay to be offended.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of people who are saying like it's offensive that PewDiePie used that word. A lot of people are just giving him a straight up pass because, you know, it's just a word. And why do we give word that much power? But it shouldn't make you a social justice warrior if you think that people shouldn't just walk around dropping N-bombs. That's ridiculous.
As a result of this, some fans felt that Ethan was betraying PewDiePie by speaking out against him in this situation. Ethan would be called a hypocrite because of his recent use of the word when iDubbbz was a guest on episode 4. Seeing as there was no black crew members, Ethan would debut a new segment where the cupcake connoisseur EDP445 would call in and weigh in on the issue.
And so you saw his apology video. What did you think about it?
I felt like the apology video was sincere. I really do. You know what I mean? And that's not, that's not me just coming out, just blowing smoke up his ass or anything like that.
They would end the stream by checking in on the charity website to see that they had now raised $220,000. In episode 29, Jack and Eric would be guests once again, meaning that this would be another episode under the influence, this time of Hennessy and cigarettes, leading to moments like this.
He's getting paid, though.
But you couldn't...
It's his fucking event. It's like, oh, cool. It's so big that, I'd just
I'd be pissed. No, I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed. It'd be
he
like...
can Scrooge McDuck in his vault of gold.
I'd
feel
fucking
bad.
shit in my Pope hat and show it to the bouncer and go, what do you think this is?
Do you know what this means? The Pope shits in his hat. That
Pope
means I get
shits
entry.
in his hat.
During this episode, Hila would be visiting Israel because her father was diagnosed with lung cancer, leaving Ethan and the boys with free reign of the studio. Ethan would start the episode by announcing that Teddy Fresh, their clothing company, was almost ready to launch. The three would spend the episode reacting to videos, fielding calls, and progressively getting more drunk. At the end of the episode, Ethan would go on a drunken rant about the backlash to the previous episode, and in the process end up saying the N-word in reference to him saying it before, which would end up making the situation even worse. This section of the episode has since been removed. The rant would conclude with Ethan telling viewers to unsubscribe if they think he is a hypocrite. In episode number 30, Ethan would be alone, once again addressing the backlash that him disavowing what PewDiePie said makes him a hypocrite. Ethan expresses confusion as to why people are so upset about his opinion on PewDiePie using the N-word, and makes it clear that using the N-word when referencing it in a conversation and calling someone the N-word are two different things, and that's why he was justified in saying it. He apologized for expressing himself quote-unquote like a drunken fool.
Anyway, listen. In my opinion, there's a clear difference between calling someone an N-word and referring to the word in a conversation about the N-word, which is what happened. That's when I used it.
This situation would be the first of a number of controversies that Ethan would find himself in over the years. I also think that this situation is a good example of how Ethan has grown over the course of the show. If he ever, somehow, found himself in this situation again in the present day, I know that he would handle himself completely differently. Minus, the N-word stuff, the main portion of this episode would feel like an early taste of what the show would become. Seeing as Hila was gone, Dan chimed in over the mic a lot more so that Ethan would not be left hanging so frequently.
So I had read actually that why the looks like the ground is like rippling like that.
Sure.
And a lot of Mexico City is actually built like kind of on these weird floating islands, like the whole city.
Really?
Yeah. They were originally built all the way back in like the Aztec times.
The episode would end with Ethan announcing the winners from the charity raffle stream.
Now, Alex's classic red flannel was won by this dude, the Cottom, who donated $5 It raised $8,000. I actually felt bad because someone gave $2,000 for that one. I really wanted that person to win because they clearly won it, but that's the beauty, right? But I guess they only had a 25% chance. Rick and Morty, Rick Mobile, Diecast raised $4,000, was won by this guy, $10. It's so cool to see these nominal on the smaller side winning. I mean, it's a beautiful thing.
In episode 31, we would get the final show before Hila finally returned from Israel. This would be a rather short episode at just over an hour. Ethan would start the show by praising Elon Musk once again.
Now, y'all know that I love sucking Elon Musk's dick. And as we touched on previously, his dick actually expands and contracts. He has a cybernetic cock. So maybe some girls like it like a chode, some like it like a noodle.
The segment that followed would be the first time that Wendy Williams would be featured as a topic of discussion on the show. Over the years, Wendy would go on to provide lots of hilarious moments and many heavily used sound bites for the show.
I guess it's supposed to be absurd, but it's one of those things like Poe's Law where she just does it for so long that when I watch her come out on stage and drop a "How you doing? How you doing?" It just seems real.
Is that like a Friends reference? Are we going that far back for their?
No. She specifically has said that it's not an Italian "How you doing?"
Since Ethan was flying solo once again, Dan would be featured in more of a co-host role during the show. The second half of the episode would be mostly occupied by talking to a dev from Payday 2 to promote Ethan and Hila's new DLC, where they would be featured as characters in the game. In episode 32, Hila would finally return just in time to be joined in the studio by YouTube pranksters Mo and Ethan Bradbury.
Roll out the red carpet. Yes. Here we go. No! Look at that. So animated. Dude, that is next level, bro.
The Bradburys were the subject of multiple H3H3 production videos for both their prank videos and their Spider-Man and Elsa videos. They would discuss the Bradburys' origins on YouTube and the prank genre as a whole.
Because I always like to get into things, like I like to understand it. Like I told you, I didn't know what a meme was for the
That's
past
so
year.
Right.
Like it's so frustrating. I want to know what this thing is.
You know that I'm Ethan Bradbury was one of the biggest memes. On YouTube
of all time.
Yeah.
For the longest
dude.
time. Like all the
It's
YouTube
insane.
comments were.
This is Ethan. I'm Ethan Bradbury.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
So do you
It's
feel
weird.
enlightened now that do you feel like you understand what a meme is?
I'm getting
Yeah.
it, man. I'm starting to get it.
Do you feel enlightened?
Or like, what do you mean?
Like, do you feel like your mind has been elevated? Like,
yeah,
from learning more about this
Yeah,
meme
yeah.
culture.
It's interesting.
It
It's
brought you
interesting.
here, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
This episode would be one of the first glimpses fans would get of the back room of the podcast studio, where the show was being run by Dan. In episode 33, Tai Lopez, the master of knowledge, best known for the ads he ran on YouTube, and also the subject of an H3H3 Productions video, would be the guest. The episode would begin with Ethan and Hila doing a gag on Tai, mimicking what Tai did to them by having a lawyer be present for the first minute or so of the episode.
But on that note,
yeah, you were in Vegas recently.
I was in Vegas. I was speaking at a conference.
Whoa.
To entrepreneurs wanting to scale their business.
Can you just bring a little bit closer? I just don't want you to miss anything. Don't worry about him.
Did you bring your lawyer?
He's just here to help
Oh,
out.
okay.
No,
All right.
don't worry about it. He's like an intern.
An intern?
Yeah.
All right. He's going to read me my Miranda rights.
No,
I
we
like
just-
this. This is good.
He's just, listen, don't worry. Just try not to think about him. He's
All
just here. He's the janitor.
I'll focus.
No, I'm just kidding. We're just doing a little goof.
And that's
I like that. He's got that.
man.
He's got that lawyer dead in the eyes look.
Oh my God. He's scaring me.
All right.
All right. You're starting to scare me now, so thanks for your service to us. Appreciate
Thank
ya.
you.
Just a little bit of a meme.
You were getting a little
lighthearted.
That's the new meme. The Ethan lawyers at Ty's house meme.
That was powerful. That was definitely the most memorable thing.
And it wasn't even really planned. I just had a meeting with my lawyers, and they were there, and they're like, "We gotta meet this guy." And I
Okay.
don't know why Bill was hounding you like that. I did not instruct him to do
All right,
that, but it cracked me
let's
up.
debrief.
Okay,
Because that's
debrief.
the number one thing that everybody was like, you have to ask him about.
Yes.
He was following me.
Yes, I have no idea why.
You did not
actually.
instruct him to do that.
No.
Most of the topics covered were YouTube or self-help related. Tai Lopez walked so people like Andrew Tate could run. In episode 34, YouTubers Video Game Donkey and his girlfriend Leah would be guests for the show.
What's the deal? Why does everyone think you're black?
I am. I am.
Oh, okay.
I think it just came out because, well, he never really did face reveals. He would, like,
Right.
put in little clips of his face, but
Right.
he wouldn't say, like, hey, this is me. And then people just, like, heard the voice and they were like, that's got to be a black guy.
You know what's funny? I thought you were
You
black.
thought
for
too?
like 2
Oh, my
years.
God.
I was sure he was black. I don't know why.
They would discuss Donkey's creative process and YouTube in general, while also taking viewer calls.
So what was your favorite console, like going all the way back from the first ones to the current generation? And what was your favorite game for that console?
I guess Nintendo 64. Right?
Doesn't get better than that, really.
Mario 64, Banjo Kazooie, Diddy Kong Racing, a lot of good games.
But your favorite is Mario 64 out of those,
Yeah, Mario
right?
64 is my favorite game of all time, so I guess I gotta pick that one.
During this episode, Ethan and Hila would mention how they have had to stop reading YouTube comments recently for their own self-benefit. This would further highlight the souring relationship between the show's hosts and their most vocal complainers, a conflict that would get worse before it got better. In episode 35, game critic and announcer Total Biscuit would be the guest. They would discuss the state and future of both esports and YouTube, as well as his fight with cancer.
Well, like I said, it is what it is. You play the hand you dealt, you do the best you can, you don't give up on it. You know, it's because it's not just giving up on your life. It's giving up on everyone that's ever been touched by what you've done. It's your friends, your family, your pets, for God's sake. You know, you want to be there for them. Like, they deserve to have you there for them. And the only way that that's going to happen is if you keep fighting. And it's possible. Like, fuck these statistics. They don't mean anything. If you don't like the statistics, change the stats. You know, live long, outlive it. Just keep going, because science is fucking amazing. And they come up with new stuff every day. They come up with new treatments all the time.
Total Biscuit would go on to pass away from cancer the following year. In episode 36, up-and-coming streamer Dr. Disrespect would be interviewed.
I'm the 2-time.
Yeah, I'm the 3-time, dude.
Yeah, Minecraft casual gaming, okay?
First of all, I have a castle in Minecraft. If my bullies didn't come into my server and tear it down, you would have been in awe. I replicated the TNG Enterprise in Minecraft, and you're going to shit on that? That's why they call me the 3-time.
I did bring you some collector item t-shirts, and I don't know if I even want to hand them to you now.
I'll take it.
Okay, that's...
I don't like that at all.
The topics covered would be the Doctor's origin stories, video games, and esports.
I guess the question I was asking is, have you ever had the face of Twitch on your podcast?
No.
No.
Yeah.
So we have some high-level knowledge to talk about.
Yeah, tell me everything.
Yeah. What you need is, obviously, you need to be good-looking.
Okay.
Okay, number one. If you're not good-looking, people aren't going to be, they don't want to stare at you for 6 or 8 hours, right? Like, that's just the fact. So thank God I'm blessed with good looks.
Right.
That's number one. Number two, you got to be an extraordinarily high-level gamer. I mean, out of this world where people are jaw-dropping every time they're watching you do 360 snipes in a 1v1 situation to win the game. They go, God damn, I'm so glad I am subscribed to this guy and his channel.
Right.
Right. So you got to be an incredible gamer. Number three, I mean, everything else just sort of compiles, right? Like I show off the arena. I give you, like, you have to be open, right? You have to be open. You have to be able to, like, understand, hey, I could show you the inside of my bedroom, right? I give people a glimpse inside my bedroom. You know, I'll dance in front of my king-size waterbed after I win a game.
At the end of the live stream, Dr. Disrespect would take off his costume, not realizing that they were still recording, giving fans a rare glimpse into what he actually looked like. This would lead to a little bit of backlash coming the show's way for quote-unquote doxing Dr. Disrespect. The crew removed this moment before uploading it on YouTube, so you can't find it there, but there's still videos that exist online of it. In episode 37, Jordan Peterson would be the guest. During the show, Ethan would interview Jordan about his teachings and philosophy.
I mean, we're really walking oceans, you know, like, we're big creatures. Yeah. I mean, we're not big compared to like a Douglas fir or the sun, but we're pretty big creatures, and we are liquid. Most of us is liquid. Yeah. And
during this episode, Ethan would reiterate his tendency to avoid politics on the podcast because it can be so polarizing. At one point, Ethan would question Jordan about the accusations that he is associated with pandering to white supremacists.
People associate you with pandering to, like, white supremacists, or worse, I've even seen the suggestion that you are a white supremacist yourself. So how do you feel about that? And that seems to be like a somewhat widely held
well, I don't know what to
opinion.
think about that. It's completely ridiculous. Like, for example, I'm an honorary member of a Native American tribe. I got inducted last year. I have an Indian name, a Native American name. Like, it's completely preposterous. And I've been buying carvings from this, like, isolated tribe in northern Vancouver on northern Vancouver Island for 15 years, you know, and I've had it's preposterous.
Years later, Ethan would regret not pushing him harder on certain topics and generally not pushing back during the interview. As a result, he would end up removing the interview, causing drama amongst Jordan Peterson and his fans. In episode 38, Hila would be the guest.
We thought it'd be interesting. Look, we interview all these interesting, prolific characters. Well, we've got one right here that we all want to know more about. Hila Klein's one of the most interesting people on the internet. So we thought, hey, I thought, let's put her in the seat. Hila's not like, hey, let's interview me. That was my idea. Well, anyway, she's really come out of her shell lately.
And
What up, big pimps?
She's gone back to the show.
She's back in the show.
I've been nervous the whole week about this.
It is stressful, and I appreciate you coming out because you are an actually very shy person.
I don't know why it's nervous to think of me as the guest, like, because usually I'm like the second.
You're chilling on the sideline.
I'm chilling.
They started the episode by talking about Hila's childhood in Israel, as well as her military service. Hila also brought up the fact that some of the comments from the previous episode, and in episodes past, are insinuating that Hila is attracted to or swooning over the male guests. I think this speaks to the difference in audience demographic in these early years compared to the present day. One interesting fact that I learned from this episode is that Hila got denied entry to fashion school and instead studied art the following year. One other interesting conversation that they had was about the inception of Teddy Fresh and the different challenges Hila faced when starting it up.
You asked what's the Teddy Fresh?
What does Teddy Fresh mean?
I just wanted something like I like to do stuff that's like a little childish, but also not. Like the contrast of like, I don't know, it's a little teddy bear. And we actually thought about the name together.
Mm-hmm.
I made all kinds of sketches for the teddy bear. That's actually the shirt, the shirt that has all the Teds all over it.
Oh, was that all the...
Those were all my attempts at making the logo.
That's awesome.
And I just, I ended up drawing this one, and you liked it too.
Yeah, it's great. I love the logo so much. At first, we weren't really sure on the name, but it really, it's settled.
Mhm.
I like it. I like it for sure. Steady Fresh, dude. Forget about it. But I always see you looking at, kids' clothing as, your big inspiration.
Yeah, I love it.
You guys should look at kids' clothing. That shit is insane.
They get such cool stuff. And then if you want to find it for adults, you only find it like Gucci.
And it's
It doesn't
$600.
exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. How are these kids getting a pass? You have this insanely designed, beautifully made jacket that only 3-year-olds can wear, or 5-year-olds, and it's $50. How do they do that? I guess it's not a lot of material, but still the design is really high level.
I guess it's just not that common for adults to be interested in it, so it becomes niche.
That's
So-
the thing. The designers, they feel like they have this license to be creative and wild because it's a kid. It's
Yeah.
playful, right?
Mhm.
But it's actually amazing clothing, and I feel like that design eye is just gone in adults. But it's like you said, in Gucci, that's where you see it.
Mhm.
So it's let's bring it back. I guess that's your thesis of Teddy Fresh.
Kind of. Yeah.
Cool.
They finished the episode by talking about Hila's art inspirations and her favorite H3H3 Productions videos that they had made. In episode 39, Post Malone would be the guest, yet again, meaning that this episode was under the influence of beer and cigarettes, leading to moments like this.
Because you're a singer, and it's cooler for
A
you.
singer! Why do you do that?
What am I saying
They're
wrong?
not-
Singer. Singer.
Why is your G so
Singer.
pronounced?
What? Say singer.
They weren't even singing. Sing.
Singer. Say singer.
Singer.
So what am I
Singer.
doing wrong?
Singer.
Singer.
What
the fuck am I
Why
doing?
is your G so sharp?
Singer.
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 Yeah, there you go.
Singer. But say it loud. You have to
Singer.
Yeah, you see? You have to
No,
pronounce
no,
it.
you don't.
Say it loud.
Singer.
Singer.
That-
Singer. Look, I drop it hard on the ER.
This all sounds the same to me.
Really? Okay, listen to this. We're gonna
Break it
singer. Singer.
Okay.
Ethan goes singer.
Okay.
It's weird,
Wow, I'm
right?
pronouncing my words. God forbid. God forbid. My mom's happy about it. Shall we see? Pronounce your words, Ethan. Fine, Mom. Singer. I want to be a singer.
No, but it's just that word. It's just singer. She's like, make sure you pronounce singer.
Shortly after the episode started, Ethan would bring up a live stream from Patrice Wilson, a music producer responsible for the song Friday by Rebecca Black and the subject of H3H3 production videos. The live stream was of a countdown with H3H3 in the title.
And look at the title.
H3.
It's counting down till December 1st. That's 319 hours. And look at this cryptic shit. It just says, it's like a bunch of gibberish, and then at the end it says -H3H3.
What do you think? What
I
is
don't
this?
know. That's weird, man.
The weirdest part is like this shadowy icon.
The
he
hood. He looks like Player Unknown.
made. Like, how do I get a better look at that?
Or like a
And
ring
they don't
race.
really let you.
When they switched to the live stream, the feed would cut from a static image to a curtain swaying, indicating that whoever was operating the stream was also watching the show.
He's
What?
watching you, Ethan.
It just changed.
What if it says something? What if it says something? Just wait until something else comes up.
It was black
I'm
until
freaked
now.
Somebody says maybe it was hacked, but I don't know. He seems like a pretty tech savvy guy. Okay, and so somebody manually just changed that.
What was that?
How could he react that fast? How?
Oh.
Wait, it's just cycling between them.
Is it though? Yeah.
Oh, God,
a new
I'm
one.
scared. What is that creepy fucking screen?
Dude, I have chills right now.
That screen is so creepy. It's like a CD screen, like a screen with like guck in it.
He was just moving behind it. No, it's not a screen.
No!
It's a curtain. Oh, he's coming
No!
out. Oh, it's just on the other side.
No.
Is
That
it-
is a that is
Wait,
a real
that's
curtain.
a real curtain?
I'm
Because I
done.
thought
Dude,
it was.
you have to turn this off.
I thought that it was
Wait,
like
wait,
a
wait. I'm
After
scared.
Effects.
Should I remove this? That's a real screen. That's actually a live screen.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What?
I'm freaked out. I'm legitimately scared. Should I close this?
Probably.
I don't
But-
want to. What if he comes out with like a kid's head? And then what? Like,
Yeah,
what do you do
exactly.
then? I'm closing it.
Yeah.
I'll find
Oh
out
my
later.
God.
I'll find out later.
At the end of the episode, the live stream would cut to a POV view of someone walking around a cemetery, further spooking the crew.
That's a cemetery. That is Patrice in a
What is
cemetery and a
this?
countdown with my name in the title.
I love you.
Is that goodbye?
It's not a full goodbye yet. I'll spend the night with you.
Well, I'm worried about December 1st.
That's what I'm saying.
On December 1st?
Yeah, I'll spend the night with you.
Let's do a getaway. I don't want to be in LA.
Why?
Because he's here.
Fuck that.
We'll just
Let him
let's
come.
just hole up with some shotties.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
We'll make a whole video about
Yeah,
it.
what's the safest room in your house?
There's not. It's very vulnerable, and it makes
It's
me
very
concerned.
vulnerable, and you can attack from anywhere.
Well, he already knows that if he's planning to kill me.
While ultimately nothing would come from this, the Patrice countdown situation is one of the more iconic early moments of the podcast, in my opinion. In a recent episode, Ethan would remark that him, Hila, and Shredder all got in a car and went to a public parking lot to wait out the countdown, in case something legitimately dangerous was about to happen. In episode 40, we would get another top of the week episode. The first topic covered was the Patrice Wilson countdown from the previous episode. They described that the livestream was just a gimmick to promote Patrice Wilson's new horror show.
Well, I wasn't super scared, but later, I think it was the next day, he had changed the countdown because it was originally counting down like 300 hours till December 1st at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And so he uploaded a video on his channel and he changed the countdown to 2 hours and he uploaded this video and it scared the living Christ out of me. Wow, it's so low that you can't actually see the image on this monitor, but it's a graveyard. It's a looping image of a graveyard, and in the description it says Ethan. Like before, he hadn't called me out by name. The H3H3 could have been incidental, maybe part of whatever his.
And he added a second countdown, so there were 2 countdowns.
Yeah.
One was for that day, which was Saturday, the day after the podcast.
So I'm sitting at home trying to relax after a long, stressful week. And I've got Patrice's live stream open with my fucking name and a close-up reoccurring of a rainy tombstone. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm freaked. Okay? If you don't know what this guy looks like, let me show you who the fuck is after me. This is Patrice Wilson peeking in the window of a 12-year-old girl, pretending to be Mr. Rogers. Okay? This is who's after me, writing Ethan in the description, dudes. Okay?
So there was a countdown, and it was for like sometime in the evening, maybe 8 or something like that. And we were at home.
Yeah.
And we kept watching it and just doing whatever we were doing, thinking like, maybe it's creepy, maybe it's stupid. And then as it kept going down, it was like almost like an hour to the end of the countdown, we started to get freaked out.
Well, it was when I saw my name in that.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? This is fucked up. This isn't cool. So I'm like, Hila, get your shit. We're leaving. I'm leaving the house. I am not going to get turned into Chinese food by this creepy guy. That's one of his videos.
It's a reference.
It's a reference. It's a...
I like Chinese food.
Yeah. The rest of the episode was spent watching Black Friday Stampede videos.
Now they're tearing down the gate, climbing under.
Wow.
They've got this theft detectors. They're being... It's like a tsunami. Everything is going with the tsunami. These detectors are being ripped asunder. Bro.
That's stupid.
That's crazy.
What is wrong with this planet, man? I mean, genuinely and seriously, I don't know.
In episode 41, Ethan and Hila's good friend and YouTuber JonTron joined them. They started by reminiscing on the year they had all spent together in New York. About halfway through, the conversation would take a turn. Less than a year before this episode, John would debate Destiny on immigration as a result of a tweet that John made.
I'm sure people want to know about this, so I just get it out of the way. Because I haven't talked about it since then, for good reason. I don't really want to get into this. It's a minefield of sorts. I'm not going to go back and nitpick everything I said and say and qualify it or anything. All I'm going to say is that, yeah, in that moment, I was, going into something that I needed a lot more time to prep for. I just went in guns blazing because you get a little arrogant sometimes, I guess. You think, like, I'm going to take this guy to task. But, obviously I understand, like, why people had the reaction that they did. It's not as if, I look back at some of that and I'm like, why the fuck did I say that? Like, this is no matter what, right or wrong, this is a fucking bad look there. I'm aware of that. But, yeah, it's pretty simple. Like, I'm not really going to get into it. But, I guess the main question on everyone's mind is, is he a racist? Is he a Nazi? Simple answer, and this is what everyone wants. I mean, no. I treat every single person with the same respect they afford me. So, I felt bad about the incident in a sense. But, like, I also just feel bad that we can't talk about these things without witch hunting each other.
Right.
Because, that's basically my full statement.
Okay.
Ethan would continue to bring up the topic for a few minutes, even after repeated requests from John to move on.
Like, I'm trying to get in the mind. I really disagree with that. I hate what he said, but I still love him as a person and as an entertainer. I guess that's a timeless question.
Yeah, well, that's been that's been through the ages, But,
right.
But at the same time, I really just think that I really don't want to get into this. I would like to move on as quickly as possible because I just really don't want to get into this. But I mean, I don't think it's a stretch to say the current social climate's insane.
Yeah,
and,
no, for sure.
And the only way we'll ever get past it is just talking about stuff. I just want to make people laugh. That's really. I'm not trying to get back into this. But people always ask me this. I just put it to bed. I treat. My answer really is I just treat people with the same respect they give me at the end.
Right.
Don't want to hurt anyone.
Yeah.
It's just, that's me. Don't want to get into it past that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Is that fair enough for you?
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
The comments for this video, I think, further highlight the difference in the type of audience H3 has acquired over the years. Many of the comments are upset with Ethan for not moving on and embarrassing his friend in a slightly awkward interaction, when in reality, compared to his standards today, Ethan let him off the hook extremely easily. He really did not ask him any specific questions and moved on without really pushing too hard. I think the audience H3 has today would have been upset with Ethan for not pushing John harder in this interview. Also during this episode, John would ask Ethan about a recent tweet of his.
It's just like coming to terms with like the fact that I'm realizing that I've changed for the worse almost.
I saw that tweet. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's
true. We haven't been hanging out as much.
I mean,
but...
exactly. We haven't hung out a lot, but and we've been very private too and very holed up the past year. I didn't really know how to even materialize the feelings because I just felt negative all the time.
I know what you're talking about.
Like I can't remember the last time I shot a video and I was like happy and it was a fun, positive experience. I just like. Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot like that I'm confronting right now about it, but I just feel like I've been turned into a shittier person.
Oh man,
it's
you're
okay.
not.
It's okay. I mean, not to you. Yeah,
I know
it's
what
hard
you're
to say. I'm trying. I don't really have it in words yet.
Cynical is a good word. I saw you
became very cynical, very distrustful, very
distrustful and cynical is a very good way to put it.
Very looking at people with the worst. Like I see the worst in people
worst right away,
and then like I give that out to the world. And I have this feeling like that people don't like me as well.
In more recent years, Ethan has explained that during the earliest days of the podcast, it took a large toll on his mental health dealing with backlash and negative reactions to his interview style. In episode 42, Phillip DefFanco would return. They would discuss Philly D's show, Patreon, and the LA fires. Philly would also bring up Ethan's recent tweet as well.
Did you talk about your tweet? Because I wanted to ask you about that.
I haven't really, well, the one about fame.
Yeah, which I think probably connects to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm putting you on the spot now.
No, not at all. It's all fair game.
Yeah.
I've only become aware of it in the past like month or maybe two, where my mood's just been like steadily decreasing to a more negative, cynical, cold place. And it's really been affecting my work too. I find that my comedy and the work we do is best when I have levity in my heart. As corny as that sounds, right?
That's like the least comedian thing I've ever heard.
I don't know why.
That's good though. That seems healthy.
When I'm unhappy and I'm anxious and I'm in an awful mood, I can't create comedy. Like I truly feel like the work we create is a really reflection of how we're feeling at the time. And I think that's a big part of why we haven't been posting H3 videos so much is because I've just been in such a negative headspace recently.
Another crew member would have a face reveal this episode. It's Shredder. Ethan would describe him as a pure, wonderful creature that is an angel sent from God. In episode 43, Vsauce Michael would return for his second appearance. They covered Vsauce's YouTube Red show, Mindfield, and his live tour show with Adam Savage. They also talked about Michael's experience with ayahuasca, AI, and the heat death of the universe.
In fact, I had this thought that cracked me up during that second ceremony where I was like, you know what? When the shaman lights the candle and says that it's over, first of all, it's very comforting because he knows how long these experiences last. When he lights that candle, it's proof to me that the effects are only going to wear down from now. I mean, it takes a very long time, but they when you're going down, you start to regain control. Anyway, I'm thinking, once he lights the candle and like the crew's done, the first thing I'm going to say is, I can't believe I'm going to have to tell my mom I did this. And that made me crack up because it just sounded like such a funny thing. But I didn't wind up saying it because it just felt like a joke when the experience was really dramatic and poignant. But
I think Vsauce is a really interesting guest, and he has a good way of explaining complex concepts in easily digestible ways.
This is an idea we hear all the time, that like we evolved for millions of years to deal with a certain kind of society and life. And then rapidly, in the last just hundreds of years or less, we've had to go into a whole different kind of living that our biological bodies and minds weren't evolved
I guess
for.
that's what Jordan Peterson meant.
And what the Unabomber says, which I'm glad to be quoting now.
Let's put him on,
He's like, look, if you... He asks this good question, which is, if you had to spend every day fighting for your survival, finding food, hunting, building structures, reproducing, if that was, and you had to do this in all of these creative, challenging ways every day, and that was it, just to not die, would you still want to check Twitter? Would you still want to study the motions of the moon? Like, are those really giving humans happiness? Or is it a thing that we've invented to fill the time that we now have because we've invented agriculture? And we don't have to worry about food and survival. Instead, we can study the physics of ceramic. We can do all these other things. And those aren't I forget what he calls them, but they're not these true goals.
They would end the episode with another Shredder cam. In episode 44, the creator of PUBG, Brendan Green, would come on to discuss the origins of PUBG and its future. At this point in time, PUBG was Steam's most popular game, and Brendan would state that they were just about to hit 3 million concurrent players. I'm sure this game will continue on as the world's most popular battle royale for years to come. In episode 45, Ethan and Hila would break down Jake and Logan Paul's predatory merch machine, which is also the title of the episode. They would stick to this topic for the duration of the episode, breaking down the shameless merch plugging to children by the Paul brothers.
But when it becomes the entire body of your work and the soul of everything you do, it becomes strange. And especially when you're selling it to kids who don't have their own money, and you're saying shit like, tell your mom. Like, this is a lyric from one of the, tell your mom, buy everything in my store.
And throw out
your out your other shit. It crosses into Scientology like levels of weird cultish vibes.
There were 2 videos debuted in this episode that will still occasionally be randomly referenced or rewatched in the current era of the podcast. The first being Logan, You're My Hero, a music video that involved a mega fan of Logan being flown to LA to make a music video with Logan.
That rhyme.
True. Logan is my hero. He is really nice. So I went and made a song about him twice.
Anyway, there's
song
about me twice?
No, that's really nice. Hit me up if you ever need advice. And here, dude, take some
So
Apple
here, yeah.
merchandise. Link in bio.
Like, look at this kid. He looks confused. He's like, what are you doing, bro? This is not what I signed up for.
Yeah.
I came out to, like, make a music video, not a commercial. Okay, bro. Oh, he green screens out the pool and puts in Martin Luther King Jr. Can you think of a more tasteless thing? Like, but here, take the whole thing and as a body of work.
Do anything. You can go and start a movement. Look at Martin Luther King. No, I'm not
saying this little dude is not Martin Luther King, but I'm not saying that he's not. Are you not saying that he's not Martin Luther King? Because that kid is not Martin Luther King.
They also watched Jake Paul's Buy That Merch music video, an innovative reimagining of a timeless classic.
Right out the gate, my friends. Strap in. Hey. Buy that merch. 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 Buy that. It's like, in a way, he's almost lovable because it's just so absurd. There's no pretending here. Like, in Logan's, it's like more trickery. Like, oh, I creamed pie Santa's wife, so throw away your backpack. But here it's just like, buy that merch. Buy that. Like, but it's so nuts. This shit is off the rails. I can't get over that chorus. Buy that merch. Buy that merch. It's great. It just puts a smile on my face.
Spend $100, free shipping, y'all.
Spend $100, free shipping, y'all. There's not a single line in this that isn't about buying merch.
Like the whole lyric is the FAQ and shipping page.
This episode is a solid early taste of what the podcast would eventually become.
So that's something we're going to be digging into on season 2, which I'm very excited about. And possibly ramping it up to 5 days a week, which is going to be nuts, but I'm kind of excited.
At the end of the episode, Ethan would explain that this is the end of Season 1, even though the channel lists the first 100 episodes as Season 1. To end the episode, Ethan would bring out Dan to say thank you for all the work he has done.
Our illustrious producer who turned this dime store gumshoe operation into, we got a table now. We got some killer, no, no, seriously.
Can they see you? Is that camera on?
Okay. Apparently not that gumshoe. Dan seriously shaped this shit up. He did so much to help get this show to a great technical point. And thank you so much.
My pleasure.
God bless you. Happy to have you.
It's a ton of fun.
So thank you. Looking forward to working together on season 2.
There would also be a new crew member revealed, Sarah, who had been doing the live switching behind the scenes. Sarah would occasionally be referenced or shown throughout the early episodes of the podcast, but she never really became a distinct member of the crew. In episode 46, Jack and Eric would return once again, which means that this would be another episode under the influence, leading to moments like this.
I'm always suspicious of that. Like, anytime you find out how many charities someone donates to, I'm like, okay, but what'd you do wrong?
Yeah,
why are you doing that?
Why do you...
Like
So-
Bill Gates?
yeah.
Got bodies.
John Cena has the world record for most
Make-A-Wish?
Make-A-Wish.
Smell you later?
Yeah.
Right. So like if most Make-A-Wishes.
You know what? That was callous. I just said that without thinking.
Yeah, it's the funniest thing I've heard in weeks.
They would start the episode by discussing the most recent YouTube drama, Logan Paul's Japan trip.
Look, nice guy.
Do you
It's
deserve
good
a
and
second
pink.
chance, would you say?
Fuck this guy.
Everyone deserves second chances, bro.
Does everyone deserve a second chance?
Okay. Probably not.
I mean, surely not everybody. You heard about these parents that lock their kids up? I don't think they deserve a
I
second
think
chance.
they've had a couple of chances.
I mean, he said everybody. I'm just saying, I'm taking his statement at point blank.
Right.
I think.
Right. No, you're twisting his words, bro.
We don't know them.
Said
You know what I
everybody.
mean? Like, we
Maybe
don't know
they're
those
sweet
parents.
people.
Maybe those
Yeah.
kids sucked.
During the ad read for Hymns, we would get the first glimpse of Dan the theater kid.
Come on. Show the people. This is what you will look like after 1 day of use.
Yeah, it's just been 24 hours, less than 24, I think.
Yeah, so guys, trust me, with forhims.com/H3, all your dreams will come true. Thank you, Dan.
Got it. Anytime.
Ethan would also poke fun at the controversy that followed his last episode with the boys.
We have so much to talk about. I'm getting drunk. I'm ready to say some racist shit.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes to ruin my career.
Yeah.
As is tradition with you guys.
Can't fucking wait. I got a whole list of stuff.
Yeah.
The crew would also field 2 calls, one from an 11-year-old Jake Paul fan.
And I've been watching your live telecast here, and I think you've been saying a lot of slanderous, borderline libelous things about Logan Paul.
Well, I don't think that I've slandered him. Why do you think I've slandered him?
Well, hold on, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna
Wait, hold on, Jordan. Wait.
I did write a blog post where I slandered him really hard.
Wait.
Wait, you shut
First
the-
of all,
shut
Jordan,
the
that
fuck
language
up.
is not appropriate. How old are you?
Well, I don't give a fuck what you say. Say that.
And from President Trump. Both of these callers happen to sound very similar.
Mr. President, what do you have to say to the charge that people are saying that you're actually way more than what the doctors reported?
I don't know about that, okay? What I will tell you is this, okay? Logan Paul is my hero, okay? Everybody needs a hero. 0 people shouldn't have a hero, okay? Just so you understand.
They would spend the rest of the show reacting to early 2000s game show clips. The episodes with the boys are some of my favorite early episodes of the podcast. The chemistry between everyone in the room really makes for a solid show. In episode 47, tech YouTuber Marquez Brownlee would be the guest. They would begin the episode by discussing Marquez's new Tesla as well as the potential future of the company. They would also discuss various different tech companies and Marquez's origins as a YouTuber. In episode 48, Jordan Peterson would return for a second time in a now deleted interview episode. They would discuss Jordan's recent rise to fame and his new best-selling book. They would also cover some of his more popular interviews as well as people who were critical of him.
When your dog comes bouncing up to you, all happy, you don't cuff it.
In episode 49, Captain Disillusion would be a guest. This YouTuber was known for debunking visual effects meant to be passed off as real videos. They would watch some of his videos and talk about fair use, copyright claim, as well as the rising usage of deepfakes. There would also be a surprise call from Jordan, the 11-year-old Logan Paul fan from 3 episodes ago.
And I'll say something else while we have Captain Disillusion here. I want Captain Disillusion to debunk you and your fraudulent lies on Logan Paul. Can I get a guarantee?
Kind of a point. No.
I desire a guarantee that you will debunk the lies and the slander and the hatred.
All right, Jordan, listen.
And just the evil. All he did.
Do you have a question for Alan? What is it? What?
I just want to know why you think it's so bad. He tried to revive a dead rat, and people said he was hurting the dead rat. It's not even true.
I don't think he was. He wasn't working the rat. Like, what do you call those things that paramedics
He tried
use?
to help the rat. Have you ever tried to revive a rat?
What are they called?
Defibrillator.
He wasn't defibrillating him. He shot him with the taser gun.
Also in this episode, Ethan would pull back the curtain a bit, revealing that Ian had been upgraded from intern to production assistant. However, he would still be lovingly known as Ian the Intern for years to come. In episode 50, we would get another top of the month episode titled Logan Paul Demonetized and Idiot YouTuber's Channel Erased. In this episode, Zach would be on the soundboard, occasionally chiming in over the mic. No, not Zach the Sound Lad, Zach Hadell, Ethan's friend, known as Psychic Pebbles on YouTube. Zach also happened to sound a lot like the Logan Paul fan who had called in twice before.
You know what it is? Those reactions are okay if you have at least some sort of initial reaction of like shock or sadness. He doesn't even have. He has no first reaction. He jumps right into that stuff. I feel like if most people saw a dead body, they go, "Whoa!"
Holy smokes!
Holy Toledo! It's a dead body. He didn't even have that. He just went right into cackling at it. I feel like that's the part that's wrong with it.
They spent the beginning of the episode reviewing Logan Paul's comeback video, where he tasered a dead rat and attempted to give CPR to one of his koi fish. An interesting choice for someone who was just cancelled for filming and uploading a hanging dead body in Japan.
We gotta get him, bro. He's still breathing. Dude, that's Goldilocks. He's still breathing. Yo, I feel like putting him on land is not. What do? CPR? No, dude, I think no.
So once again, you can hear his friend being like, dude, I don't know if you should be doing this. Like, don't put him on land. Man, this fish is suffocating. What do I do? Take him out and pound his chest.
No rat comes into my house without getting tased.
You could see how disturbed his friends
How
are.
did it not seem to him like a bad idea coming off of the forest video?
And at the very least, edit it out in post.
This comeback video would cause him to be demonetized for 2 weeks. The idiot YouTuber listed in the episode title is a British guy that you've never heard of who is splashing water on women's faces in London to prey on the fear of acid attacks that had been happening at the time. Around halfway through the episode, they would begin to celebrate the milestone of 50 episodes. This is the first time the audience would get a glimpse of Ian, but only for a moment from behind, effectively deepening the mystery of what this intern might look like. Before digging into their celebratory Papa John's and Pepsi Max, they would announce the plans to put on their first live show with an audience at the Improv Theater in LA.
By the way, very happy to excited. In March, we are going to do our first live. We do it live. We're live right now, but we are going to do a live audience at the Improv in Hollywood. Thank you very much, Dan. God bless you.
Like real life live.
We don't have the link to start selling tickets yet, but our plan is to start doing a live show once a month in LA.
Following a lively discussion about Papa John's versus Round Table Pizza, they would review a video of a man trying to claim that using the word marijuana is racist. During this conversation, Ethan would drop some lore for the very first time.
Now, it's like, Obama's like, yeah, I smoke weed.
Yeah, I did crack, I did weed.
That's racist.
Well, it's the truth, brother.
That's the C word, my dog.
The C word.
Wait, are you serious? Did he admit to doing crack?
No, that's racist on you for thinking I was telling the truth. That's horrible. Holy moly.
I don't know. He's a new age president, you know? Hey, he's zipping and zapping.
That's how you racist phrase it these days.
I've tried crack. Once.
How was it?
I didn't feel anything.
This story would go on to be brought up by Ethan many times over the years, at first genuinely, but eventually he brought it up so much that now it's nearly always brought up ironically. They also watched a Bradbury classic during this episode.
This is the director's cut.
You having a good day? Y'all enjoying your breakfast?
Users.
Y'all having a nice little brunch?
Nice warning there.
The bird just fucking takes off. They're like, oh man, this guy, he's away from his care.
Slamming!
So,
Do you mind? Just try it a little. Can I try it?
Sure.
He's like, you know what?
Like, well, you're not giving me any option.
He's like, you know what? It's not worth dying over this dog here today.
This guy's checking his belt to make sure that there's no lump sticking out.
He's like, you know what? This guy is a Looney Tune, and I don't want an anvil on my head. This guy is he's in just the Twilight Zone.
Oh. Just bullied that like 50-year-old man.
That was great, Ethan. You're really elevating the art, man.
This show would be finished off by glazing up Elon Musk once again, this time for launching a car into space.
Like, the guy has got it all. He's got it all. He is a marketing genius.
From goofs and gaffes to smoking crack and controversies, you are now officially caught up on the first half of the first season of the H3 podcast. With over 85 hours, 35 guests, and 3 new crew members, we've covered a lot of ground in these first 50 episodes. Who knows what might happen in the second 50? Looks like you'll just have to stick around and find out with part 2.